If you want me to look anything up, just let me
Yeah.
know. All right.
Welcome to the group. Blame it on the group chat. Go ahead and so you can see the episode.
So this is welcome back. This is Blame It on the Group Chat podcast. This is episode 7 of the podcast. We should be live on Twitch, YouTube, and maybe TikTok.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about TikTok. I'll pull it up and check here in a second because it was set up the other day, but due to things I have posted due to the media, I believe it might have affected my streaming.
Mm.
It says we're live, so I guess we are live on TikTok, so that's good. All right,
Oh, we're live.
so we're on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. All right, so well, had a pretty horrible week so far. Obviously, everything that happened with the assassination of Charlie Kirk,
Yeah, very
um,
sad.
it absolutely
Oh.
ruined my week, my wife's week. It pretty much, if you're not a soulless person, and you're not a scumbag, it's been really rough. It's been rough for a lot of people. I mean, we had a pretty broad topic today on the basis of good versus evil, and I mean, this is just a perfect case of it. Uh, so So I don't know. So when did you find out about the? I mean, at my job, I was on my phone and I found out. I know somebody in my family had. I think someone sent it to me and told me it might have been my mom or somebody. I don't remember, but I seen it and I post. I saw. It, I was like, oh damn! Like I was like, oh he got shot, but
Mhm.
that's all I knew. And I go on social media, because that's where you're gonna see everything first. I mean, the news is last. So I mean, I go on there and I see him get shot in the neck,
Mhm.
and immediately I'm like, holy shit, this guy's dead.
Oh yeah, especially with the blood just gushing out.
I mean, immediately when I
Yeah.
saw it, it's like, there's no way this guy survived.
Yeah.
And like, I understand when people don't want to jump to the conclusion and be like, but they were, but like no one had mentioned he was dead immediately, and um, so Alex Jones, right? So
Yeah.
Alex Jones, he was one of the people I saw online, and he had said that he had sources that had told him that like he was pretty much dead almost immediately. They
Mhm.
they told him, like, confirmed it, that it just hadn't been announced yet. And I think anybody that's seen that pretty much knew that that was the case,
Mhm.
and it was just I mean, it still just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, I had a moment like twice this week at work where I'm on my phone, and I see stuff, and I literally would just like start crying at work.
Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah, of course. Charlie Kirk was a very prominent figure in the conservative movement. He also was a devout Christian as well.
Mhm.
He believed in strongly in our borders and how we need to protect this country. Even when he died, they held massive prayers all around the United States. And just to give you an example, I'm not gonna say a particular name, but an individual who passed away, they started riots. I'll say
No,
George
just say
Floyd.
it.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
yeah, George Floyd. But when you have a conservative, and that was more a liberal type person that passed away. But now we have a conservative that passed away. Then you have nothing but massive prayers going on. You don't see the any cities burning down or things getting looted. You know what I mean? It's funny how the difference between liberals and conservatives, if something happens, we lead more towards prayers and coming together, as the liberals lead more into chaos and then just man, just burning down buildings, stealing whatever they want to justify something that happened. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I just find it funny how definitely both sides are definitely different from one another for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when the George Floyd thing, this is what's the messed up part is when the George Floyd um, event occurred when he passed from. I mean, he died from fentanyl overdose.
Yeah, drug overdose.
The
Yeah,
media
it wasn't
spun,
even with the guys.
the
The
media spun. I mean, the guy OD'd and he was
so it was a
resisting.
police officer's knee that killed him. That
Yeah, that's what
he
they
cut off
said,
his circulation, but it
but
wasn't
it
true.
wasn't true. Which is
No,
bizarre. I mean, it was they did it on purpose. And when I say they, people are like, "Who's they?" You know, they is the evil people that are in charge,
yeah,
especially the liberals and the radical left.
the banking cartels.
They they do this on purpose because they want to cause outrage.
Hmm.
So I mean, if
They're trying to distract us for what they're trying. They're basically
yeah,
trying
it's
to
a
do.
giant
Yeah,
distraction. I mean,
yeah,
they they could have easily come out and been like, "Look, like we're gonna investigate everything, make sure this wasn't the cause and that." But they lied about it. They suppressed evidence, and they vilified this man, and they sent him to prison for pretty much the rest of his life as a tool to spark outrage, which was also funded and set
hmm,
up by the same people. I mean, here in Miami and other places, there were pallets found with stuff ready, staged. So, like, how are you going to have your police officers go out to stop a riot that somebody clearly is
yeah.
somebody?
They saw there was videos of citizens videotaping trucks dropping off the
Yeah,
bricks, and people wondering why. Who are these entities doing this? And they were
yeah,
like dark tinted black truck coming in dropping this stuff off. It's like weird, super weird. No,
and that happened. That's real. I
yeah,
mean, but here's the thing: is what some people don't understand is these types of events are not things you're going to see on the news.
mm,
You're not going to see it on the media. When people go, "Where's the evidence?" Well, they didn't talk about it on the news.
oh,
The FBI didn't come out
mm,
and say, "Oh, this is what happened." No, it's because there's people that play both sides of that field, and they
yeah,
are one of the same. So, like, if I steal your radio from your house, and you could say, "Oh, my radio's stolen," like, why am I going to come to you and be like, "Yeah, I
mm,
stole your radio"? I'll be like, "No, that guy took it."
yeah. I agree.
Like, if I did the ill deed, like, I'm not going to sell myself down the river to you.
Yeah,
Because
fact.
my goal is to make you mad. Say, I want you to be mad at your neighbor. Say, I don't like your neighbor.
Hmm.
So I break into your house, I steal all your stuff, and I shoot your dog, and I leave. And then you're mad, and I come and I go, well, I saw your neighbor go in there and do it. And then that becomes the story because I control the media. Say,
Yeah,
I'm the
you
guy,
control the
say,
narrative.
neighborhood newspaper, and I write the stories, and everybody reads the neighborhood newspaper. So, but if I write the newspaper and I'm the one that committed the crime, why am I going to put in the
Yeah,
newspaper that I broke into your house and shot your dog and stole your stuff?
yeah. Of course,
No,
you're
I'm going to tell
gonna
you it was
fit
your
the
neighbor.
narrative.
So
Yeah,
now, do you hate your neighbor, but everyone else in the neighborhood hates your neighbor?
yeah,
So that, I mean, that's just how it works. Like, people don't understand that.
yeah.
There and unfortunately, there's a lot of young people my age. I mean, even younger, especially younger than me,
Hmm.
that they think that it still needs to come from these long-standing organizations that have been telling the news for years and years. I
Yeah,
mean, I understand when it's someone that's like 65, 70 years old, 80, that's all they've known. I mean, they got their news from a newspaper. She bit it, put it on the hat. Oh, okay. Why is it too low?
another thing is what's what I find it funny is that they're saying that they arrested like 3 or 4 individuals, and then some of them they let go because now they're saying that it wasn't him. Then you have videos that are constantly coming out of individuals holding certain objects in a very weird way, almost like a pistol. But when you see him get shot in the neck, you could tell it wasn't the guy. If it was a pistol when the guy was holding it, which one of the guys was sitting on his right. There was no muzzle flash. There was no movement of the gun, no recoil, nothing. So it's weird. It's almost like they had certain individuals do certain things to try to make you think that that was him, but when it was some guy on the roof. And they even have videos showing the guy literally laying on the roof, with a rifle. So it's hard to tell who shot him because you had 3 or 4 individuals doing weird movements like they had a gun. You know what I mean? Aiming at it at the same time.
You talking about the two guys behind him?
There was one guy on his right, and then there was another guy, which was the older gentleman. It looked like he was aiming a gun up to shoot him. They arrested him first, but it turned out he wasn't the shooter. It's almost like they had different scapegoats. Sorry about that. It's almost like they had different scapegoats to basically try to fool the masses. You know what I mean? Or at least fool the people who are watching. Which is basically people who are who are a little bit more. Their eyes are a little bit more open. So they're not only just trying to trick the masses, but they're also trying to trick people who the people who actually have their eyes open, who are actually awake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just find it very, very interesting. And then now lately, or recently, I don't know if they changed it, but this gentleman named Tyler Robinson, I think his name was, who Chris Kirk actually debated and got the kid very upset. And they're claiming that he was the one that was on the roof that shot him. So they arrested him. But now you're telling me today that is my picking up? Yeah, it's so hard to determine what is going on because it seems like no one has their crap together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless they're trying to build it that way to cause confusion. Like you said, controlling the narrative and just sporadically throwing stories in there randomly so people could get confused.
Yeah, I mean, here's so just because you brought it up, let's jump into like what I think about it. So I just want to make sure this is picking up loud enough. I don't know why for me it's not as loud, but then again, I mean, only my mom's listening right now to tell me.
Tell your mom say.
Gabe says she could hear you.
Oh, yeah. Your mom's like my mom, super sweet.
All right, I don't know if this is better or worse. Let me see. What if I take this off? Is it better? Anyway, I hair goes sweet.
Yeah,
So
it's like the
anyway,
yin and yang.
that I found weird. So the story that they have right now, right, with this so the only video they came out showing, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I got to a fucking boiling point where I couldn't sit there and watch everything anymore. I was overstimulated. I couldn't do it. Um, so they show the video of the guy getting off the roof. They have that one faraway video where it shows
Yeah.
him running across the roof,
Yes.
which I'm assuming was towards the back. Okay. Then you got that camera placed behind that building.
But before he got up, they show somebody signal. Someone turn around, right, and to the direction where the shooter was, and he went like this, almost like we got him. And then he got up and started running. After he got shot, after he immediately got shot, the person that was on the roof didn't get up until he saw that signal. Then he started running.
Oh, so you're saying that he was like
There's a video of the guy in the crowd literally standing up, waving towards the shooter.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're other and turned around and was cheering,
Yeah.
is that the guy you're talking about?
Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah.
Scope on his rifle, he could have saw that he shot him.
Yeah. Well, the problem is sometimes there's a little bit of a recoil, and you're not sure if you killed him. Probably grazed him or whatever the case may be, and he needed more confirmation because he was far away.
I just don't look at it. Huh? Well, why?
Is your thing okay? Is your thing on or?
Oh, maybe it wasn't on. I thought they turn on automatically. Do you hear it now? Hello? Hello, hello. Maybe I'm just a fucking idiot. Oh wow, I'm a fucking dipshit. I'm sorry. might have turned it off by accident. I might have turned it off by accident.
So the whole time they didn't hear you?
It was very low. All right.
Oh,
So
okay,
anyway,
gotcha.
my bad.
You're gonna say something?
My bad. All right. Let me take the.
You're gonna say
Sorry.
something or no?
All right. So anyway, so you were saying, so you're saying that like that's something you saw people saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying it was a signal
right.
towards the gunman to basically say, "You're good to go. Go ahead and leave."
All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. Maybe last time I turned the shit off by accident too. I'm a fucking dipshit. It's the mic.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Anyway, because when I went like this, I might have touched the button. Anyway, so how do I got to put it close to my mouth? It's as close as it can be.
Yeah, put it inside the mouth.
I'm gonna put it down my esophagus. All right. So here's the thing that was weird to me was, okay, so they show the guy running back towards the roof. They show the guy coming off the roof, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they also
Then-
showed him running across the street from the same building.
Okay. So
No one did anything. Everybody started hiding from him.
yeah. So here's the thing is the guy, then they show that video where he's walking through the neighborhood, you know, where he's limping. You saw that video?
That I didn't see. I just saw the
How'd you not
part.
see that?
I saw the part where he was running from the same building that he came from, and people were saying, "Oh, that's him, and everybody started hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because he still had a gun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And nobody wanted to run after him, tackle him, or stop him. So, that's the last video I saw.
No, but I saw people that weren't even reacting to him, like they didn't know that was the guy. Like when they didn't even like really know. Like when he left, they just
The
saw,
guy
'cause at
video
that point-
saying, there was a guy video him saying, "Oh, that's him, and then even he hid behind a little like a concrete thing, and then a few others started hiding."
I don't know if I seen that video. I seen one, but it looked like somebody completely different. Like the guy looked a little more heavier set than the one that they showed come off the roof. Anyway,
No,
so
we might be talking about different.
I don't know. There was so much shit out there. I don't know.
It's
But okay, so they show the video of him limping, walking through the neighborhood. Okay.
okay.
So the story that they're telling is that but here's the thing, they're talking like this is what happened. I think they should probably be like, oh, even if they said, I think this is what happened, they're saying he was walking through the neighborhood with the rifle stuffed down his pant leg. So here's where...
Did he have shorts on?
No, he had jeans.
Okay, the one that ran across had shorts on.
Yeah, no.
Well, at least they went down they stopped up here. Okay,
so
gotcha.
the guy they were showing that they arrested, or they say they arrested, so the guy that they showed come off the roof, he had jeans on. Okay?
Okay.
And then, so the guy they show walking through the neighborhood, he also has jeans on, and he's like limping like he's the penguin. You know, he's walking like this. So at first, everybody thought, oh, maybe like it's when he jumped off the fucking 2-story roof, he hurt his leg. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, okay, if I jumped off that thing, I'd probably be limping too. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they're saying, oh no, that came from before.
Oh, yeah.
So if that came from before and he has this rifle stuffed down his pant leg, how are you stuffing a rifle down your pant leg and walking? Okay. Because then you would have to wear pants too big. I can't stuff a freaking rifle down my pants.
Yeah, it's very, very hard.
That's ridiculous.
Unless your
so
pants
here's
are
where
really
it gets
baggy.
even weirder. Okay. So remember the first photos they came out with when they were showing him in the stairwell. Those were the first photos I think that came out. Was him in the stairwell. So in the stairwell, how are you tell me, please. How do you walk upstairs with a rifle in your pant leg?
It's a little tough because the rifle's long.
Because he didn't have a rifle in his hand in the pictures. Okay? And he's going upstairs. Now follow me, okay? He didn't go downstairs to leave because he came off the roof to leave, right? Okay. So that goes to show you that the picture in the stairwell is him going to the top of the building. Therefore, he would have to have said rifle, they said, is in his pants as he's going upstairs. You can't bend. It's like having a splint on your leg. If you stuff a rifle down your pants, it's like having a splint
be a little weird
because you can't bend your leg.
Yeah.
It's stuck in the jeans. Okay?
Yeah.
So The rifle's not in his hand.
Mhm.
He's not carrying a rifle bag, and he's walking upstairs. All he has on is a backpack and a hat. So how did the rifle get up there?
They could have dropped it off through a helicopter.
They're telling you he's limping because he has a
Yeah.
rifle in his pants. And that they say that video came from before.
Unless that rifle's been up there for a while.
Well, yeah, I mean that could be possible, but also like I'm saying this is the story that the FBI is coming out and telling people. This is what the news is telling people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But now let me ask you
So
a question. And they said it's video proof.
of
And
what?
they show him going up with video through the
No,
cameras.
no, they don't show him walking up with a video. They only show the picture. The first thing they showed anybody was the picture of him in the stairwell with the hat on, with the shirt, the black shirt with the logo or whatever on it. So then here's another thing. People are like, oh, like there's so many different pictures and all of them look like a different guy. But also, I do understand some of the pictures they used AI to like enhance the photo. And by enhancing the photo, like when I do Chat GPT, it'll change the way the person looks a little bit. That I understand. Some of it is like, oh, he's missing the logo on his hat. Chat GPT does that too.
Mhm.
I'm not saying they use Chat GPT, but anyways, AI will do that. But um anyway, so like if the guy jumps off the roof, okay? So here's the other thing, okay? So follow me on this. This
Mhm.
this is please, this is like I'm not a professional here, but just use your common sense, okay?
Yeah.
That's the guy leaving, right?
Yeah.
He jumps off the roof.
Okay.
He's running normal. He has no gun in his hand.
Mhm.
So where would you think the gun is?
Still on the roof.
Exactly. So how did they find the gun in the woods like they said they did?
Yeah. Something's not adding up. The math ain't mathing.
Like, no, am I
Yeah.
am I being crazy? Like,
No, no,
call me
no, no,
crazy.
no.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. But
Yeah.
like, he clearly isn't going up the stairs with a rifle. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Okay, say you make the argument, well, maybe he went up there a couple times. Maybe the first time he went up the stairs, he had the gun in his hand. Okay,
Mhm.
so why is like if I'm the FBI, if I'm the police trying to solve an investigation, why am I not showing the guy with the gun going upstairs? That's the picture I'm showing people,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Because right there, you're erasing doubt from people's minds. Like if you don't like misinformation and you don't want people to start spreading misinformation like I'm a crazy guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm crazy. Okay, so why aren't you showing this guy that you say did it go upstairs with a rifle? Like if it was, so you're saying he's walking up the stairs like he's in the freaking infantry in the British Army
Yeah.
holding
Yeah.
it in front of his face. So we didn't show you the picture because we can't see his face. No, show the guy in an
Yeah.
incriminating photo and don't give
Mhm.
me the
And there's
BS.
definitely cameras
And
because you're on a
dude,
college campus
you
for
couldn't steal
sure.
a pack of chips today and not
Yeah.
get caught.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, there's cameras on everything.
Everywhere.
There's
Yeah.
cameras everywhere. I have a camera
Street
right
corners.
there.
Everything.
I have a camera right there. If they wanted, they could pull that footage.
Mhm.
They could pull that footage if they wanted. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
You're
So
right.
show the incriminating photo to the public. This is the guy we're looking for. Okay? Don't say like this is the suspect. The guy's got the rifle in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the suspect. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm only saying this cuz they're saying that they found the rifle in the woods.
Mhm.
But he doesn't have the rifle when he leaves.
Yeah. Like
So did
staying
the
in his house.
rifle teleport to the woods? Right?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Please. Maybe he had the gun hidden. Okay. But you understand,
Oh, someone's asking you a
my
question.
mom said maybe he
Okay.
had the gun hidden. So if he had the gun hidden, how could you throw the rifle on the roof? You know what? He's okay. So if that's the case, let's say that's the argument. He threw the rifle on the roof, which is bizarre. If you throw the rifle on the roof, so not only, off the roof, okay, but they don't show him throw it off the roof. So if he throws it off the roof, you see him instantly get off the roof and start going across the courtyard. So you're telling me he John Elway'd the rifle like 200 yards away and then he went and picked it up? Yeah, I know, off the roof. But they don't show him throw it off the roof. They show him come from the front of the building,
to the back corner of the roof. I'm not making this up. This is the video. He comes to the back of the roof. He therefore lowers himself and comes off of the roof. And he lands, okay? And one thing that drove me nuts, like completely nuts, is they were so fixated on the fact that they were like, he's wearing Converse. They know he's wearing Converse because they saw him in a picture with Converse, you know? I'm like, dude, he's wearing Converse. Okay, like, what the fuck? Converse? Everyone's wearing Converse. Like, show the guy with the gun. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but you're not listening. Maybe he threw it off the opposite side he came down from. The opposite side he came down from is the side where he shot him. So that means they didn't find the gun in the woods like they said. They would have found the gun on when the guy was shooting. It was at the edge of the building facing the courtyard where they were having the event. So if he threw it on the other side, it's in the courtyard of the school. It's not in the woods.
Yeah, makes sense.
Am I crazy?
No, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's the one thing to me. I'm like, it makes absolutely no sense. That's just like, and it's like, okay, I understand some things you don't show, but once you have the guy, what is it taking away to release more footage? They did that with the Boston bombing. At the beginning, they only showed you a couple photos.
Yeah.
And then as they got the guy, they showed you a lot more footage. Okay? They showed you a lot more. They showed him when he walked up to the police car where he shot the guy. They showed the footage of when they found him in the boat. When he was in the boat, remember? They showed when they surrounded him. It was live. I'll never forget because I was like all over that watching it when it happened. I was in college. So they were showing that live when they had them all zoned in around the boat. Like, so, I mean, this was in like 2012 ish.
Yeah.
When this happened.
Yeah, over a decade for sure.
And like, you're telling me they released more video and footage of all that? But see, this is what drives me crazy is like, maybe they're holding some footage until they get the whole timeline together for legal reasons. Evidence
that's actually possible.
But what is showing something that you already have taking away from an investigation? Evidence is evidence, right?
Yeah.
But like, so why? This is what drives me crazy is why are people so afraid to ask questions?
Maybe some of the videos could be very similar to one another, and maybe it was a different person at that time wearing the similar clothes. So they got to make sure that this was actually.
So you could.
He went here. He went to point A, point B. And before they release the videos, they want to make sure they have all their ducks in order because they.
So you can say that about the limping thing. You can say that about the limping thing. So you can say, okay, maybe the limping video is him afterwards, right? Yeah. You could say maybe this is afterwards.
Yeah, they want to make sure all the videos are.
And like, okay, so maybe he was limping because he hurt his ankle. Okay, that's something that could happen. But you cannot explain him coming off the roof with no gun and saying they found it in the woods. So why would they tell you they found it in the woods unless they actually found it in the woods? Like, what does that hurt the public?
No.
By telling them like somewhere you didn't find it.
Yeah, no, you're speaking facts. It's
like if weird. You could just like if you found it in the courtyard, I found it in the courtyard. If I found it in the dumpster, I found it in the dumpster. What's wrong with that? I mean, all the other shootings they show the evidence. Most of them, right? They show evidence. They showed Remember when they had that shooting? It was in Europe when the guy shot up the synagogue. He live streamed that though.
Oh yeah.
So that right there is like the evidence is live. You see everything.
Yeah,
just like other shootings. Like I'm pretty sure.
There was also one where a gentleman ran into it was a black neighborhood. He ran into I think it was a supermarket. He started shooting up anybody that was like black.
Yeah.
But he didn't shoot anybody that was white. Like he was an extremist.
But
you can see the video because he had a video recording and everything. You haven't seen that one?
I'm not sure. I might have.
I don't know what, but yeah, they had that one too.
I understand them cutting out graphic stuff for sure, but
no.
Okay, so look at remember the Nashville shooting? That was like a year or two ago. The school shooting in Nashville where it was the trans boy girl. I don't know who it started out as. That was when the police showed up on site, and they showed body cam footage of
Mm.
them clearing the school and coming up. They showed it all the way up until where they got to the till they got to the shooter,
Yeah,
and they blurred the shooter out, but they showed them shooting and dropping the shooter in real time from body cam. They released that the day it happened,
I remember that. Yeah.
and then they showed the guns that that person was using.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if they come out with it like
Why
today
not
or
this one? Yeah.
tomorrow, if they come out with it today or tomorrow, okay. But I'm talking about like right now. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah, yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. It's you never know what's going on. It's confusing, bro. And I think, like I said before, they could be using a lot of confusion to their advantage, um, and just stalling for some reason,
Yeah. So wait,
which I don't know
my
why.
mom's saying they only showed the bullet casings on the roof, but I, from my understanding, he used a 30-06 Mauser style
That's
rifle,
what they said.
bolt action,
That's what they
and it
said.
was one shot fired.
Yeah, one
Correct?
shot. It was one shot.
Okay. So the casing's still in the rifle. There's no casings on the roof.
Hmm.
Because with a bolt action rifle, you cycle each round
Yeah,
manually.
yeah. You cycle each round.
So what casings did they find on the roof? Because I haven't seen this yet. I mean, unless it's something I didn't see. But the only time you're going to see a casing on the roof is if he
Reloaded. Yeah,
if he re-racked
to
the
re-rack another
rifle
round. Yeah.
and then he cleared it. So there's a picture of it.
So you should see just one casing. If he did, and he probably did just to make sure he hit him.
Okay, but here I'll get you with this here. So if there's a casing on the roof, you said there's more than one. All right, I'm just gonna look this shit up because this is important. Hold on.
So my thing is the Tyler Robinson, the one I named before, was he it? Is that the guy, or is it now? Are they now saying that there's somebody, possibly somebody else? Because this was in the morning that I read it was him. You know what I mean? So, but are they trying to say it's somebody else? Do you know, Austin?
Hold on, let me see. I'm sorry. I'm bad at multitasking. Let me try to see what this says. All I see is 30-06 bolt action rifle was used, which also drives me nuts that they don't tell you what rifle it is.
Yeah,
Like what
they
is
just give you a general description. That's all. Yeah,
like just tell me what it was.
yeah, exactly.
Like why do we not deserve to know? So you telling me what the rifle
Yeah.
is gonna
Mm,
dirty your case? No, it's
no.
not. It's stupid. If that's like saying, all right, we can't tell you how OJ murdered his wife and her secret boyfriend
Yeah.
or the waiter or whatever, but you know, like it doesn't make any sense to me. Um,
Yeah. Well, while Austin is looking this up, chat, we will be talking about good versus evil later on. Right now, we're paying homage to Charlie Kirk, and Austin right now is just looking up some stuff to make sure to, I guess, get your facts straight, right, Austin?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't see anything different than what we've already been told.
Yeah, it's a lot of the problem is a lot of information out there, but you don't know which is real. Like I told you, there's multiple individuals looking like they're shooting him at the same time when the guy shot him. You know what I mean? But again, it's almost like they put that for design to confuse you. You know what I mean?
You know what else drives me nuts? And I think this is, and look, I'll be the first one to tell you, man. I'm the first one to not believe shit as soon as you tell me. I'm gonna try to figure it out
On your own,
on
yeah.
my own
But
because
give me the information on your
I
own and putting it
don't I
together like
don't
a puzzle.
trust like where this stuff comes from.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think everybody should do that.
Everybody should do their own due diligence for
And
sure.
it's like, hey,
Not just listen to somebody and being spoon fed. You know what I mean?
yeah, so it's like, hey, if you don't like, if you want to accuse everybody of misinformation and
Mhm.
being like conspiracy theorists and that, just show us the evidence.
Yeah.
Show me the evidence.
No, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, which is
They want more confusion.
but it's very
Yeah.
suspect that you
No,
don't
yeah,
want to show somebody
of
that.
course.
So look, I looked at two websites and I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything about. I'm still seeing 30-06. Bolt action.
You know what's funny is that now I fear for the other conservative speakers as well. You know what I mean?
They said a Mauser, but a Mauser is like a broad term. Like a Mauser is like, it's kind of like what my dad has. He has a German Mauser bolt action rifle. And it's like, dude, go pull that rifle out right now and look at it. Tell me you could fit. Go shove that rifle down dad's pant leg and see how far he goes. Tell dad to climb some stairs with the Mauser in his pant leg and see if he doesn't fall down the fucking stairs. But you didn't see a picture of 4 bullets or cartridges. They said there was 4 rounds because it's a 4-round chamber and that they each had something written on them, but they didn't find casings on the roof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing is if it wasn't, so they're still saying Mauser, but it's like it couldn't. So if they found multiple casings up there and then they started saying, oh, it was a semi-automatic rifle, then you have even bigger problem because those are thicker rifles because it has to hold an internal magazine, which this has an internal magazine too, but it's small. It fits within the body of the rifle, so it's not as wide. But like if you're talking about like a higher capacity,
if he was using that, then the round will automatically just come out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. If it's semi-auto, yeah. But I mean, they're not saying that. But so I don't.
Another thing is I'm afraid of like other speakers like Candace Owens and other speakers as well that are conservatives, especially Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Their life is basically on the line.
So this is the thing that's funny, right?
Yeah. If they kill Charlie Kirk, they would try to kill them too, just to dwindle down the numbers. You know.
So what's funny to me is there's been like, okay, so Alex Jones and like who's the other one? So Alex Jones said he was gonna do a college tour now because of this. And it's like, if Charlie Kirk hurt your feelings, yo, they're not gonna be able to handle him. Everyone hates him as it is because he's called out so many things.
They canceled him a lot of his platforms on purpose.
Because, he can't be. I'm surprised. Like you could get his podcast on.
He's the one that infiltrated I believe it was him, or somebody who knew him, but he infiltrated the forest where they had the owl and they were like worshiping the
what's
owl.
that? What's it called? The one
it was Bohemian Grove, I think.
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
He has it on video too.
Yeah. But he was the one that infiltrated.
It's him. It was him. That's old. That's real old.
Yeah. They threatened his life. They literally threatened his life.
And they tried to silence him. They sued him over.
They canceled his a lot of his subscriptions, everything from YouTube.
They sued him over some stuff, and one of the things that he had a falling out with was one thing he said that got him in a lot of hot water is he said that the Parkland shooting that the people that they were interviewing, like the parents and all this stuff, he was saying they were crisis actors, and it turned out a lot of these people actually their kids died, and I guess they used. I mean, obviously, it makes you look terrible, and then they used that. I believe just that, or maybe something else, and they sued him, and he said the amount of and they beat him in court. They sued him for so much money. He says he couldn't pay it in like multiple lifetimes. It's like the amount he has to pay back. It's like a bankrupting amount. It's like ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, but anyway, that's the thing I find.
So they try to silence him economically.
Yeah, they try to silence him because they think if he's afraid to say certain things, then it's going to be, he's not going to want to talk. But I'll tell you what, though. So that's the thing that drove me nuts with that, and I just wanted to see more stuff. Like, okay, his father turned him in. Like, why aren't they perp walking him? Like, a perp walk when you go to arrest someone and they film
they show videos and
why aren't you
news stations all right in
so
the
if you got the guy, like, don't just show me a photo, like, and this doesn't mean it's gonna make me believe it more, but like give me more, man.
Yeah.
Like give us more.
Well, so supposedly, like I told you, they says Robinson, the white individual that
yeah, I
was
saw the name here, but I think the guy
super liberal guy.
The guy that was debating him though, I want to say it was a different person though.
No, he looked just like him in the picture. Well, at least to me, he looked alike. He had black hair, same facial features. He definitely was super pissed off
Oh, he
with
was very mad. The guy with the
Charlie Kirk
bullhorn.
calling him out. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Charlie Kirk was beating him in the debate, and he was getting really, really mad. But all Charlie Kirk was doing was using facts. It is what
Yeah.
it is. Facts don't care about your feelings, and that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
If you believe the sky is green, and I'm telling you it's blue, and I'm using facts to back that up, and you're getting mad, that's on you, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to go and kill somebody. That's a little crazy.
Yeah. I don't see the. I know who you're talking about though. It's the guy that had the bullhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That guy looked.
Tyler Robertson, I think his name
He
was.
looked a little different, but I'll type in his name. Let me see.
You know what's crazy is that you can go to Bohemian Grove now, and the owl's still there. Skipping.
And what was the owl? It was like a statue or something.
It was a statue. It's a satanic ritual that they use. And if you notice in the music industry, they have an owl, by the way. Now I don't know what the owl is called. I really didn't do much research, but yeah, it's definitely it's a place you could actually. If you look it up, you can find the information on where it is, and you can go to the place. And the owl statue's still there, which is crazy. Like 2 stories high, or 3 stories high. The owl is deep in the woods, and everything's abandoned. Super creepy.
Yeah, and he infiltrated.
Other YouTubers went there, not recently, but they put it on YouTube, and you see the owl there and everything. Everything's still there.
Okay, look.
But they stopped. They abandoned that place because he called them all out. So
I didn't find that guy that you're talking about, but look at this. So this is the picture. This is the picture of him going up the stairs that they released, okay?
yeah,
Some of the pictures. Please tell me where his rifle is.
that looks a little weird. It like looks a little bullet.
Well, look here.
It could be on the right side.
Where is this? He's on the ground floor. Same clothes, so this is the same day.
Oh yeah, those are skinny.
Where
jeans.
is his? You cannot fit a rifle in those
Yeah,
pants.
it looked just like him, the one he was debating for sure.
It's similar.
Yeah.
It's definitely similar. Oh,
Yeah, same guy. Unless
but
he
yeah,
has a twin
like
brother.
where's his gun?
No, you're right.
I'm
Can you post that up to our chat to see it?
Okay, yeah, I think I can actually.
And then say the same thing, you know what I mean? Let me grab a tissue. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick.
Okay. Are you sick, dude?
I'm getting there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, you piece of crap. Hold on, I'm sorry. I had to unpause the chat. Saw a picture of it. Maybe it was casings. Could have already been placed up there.
Coming right back. Hold on.
I don't.
Are you able to post it so the audience can see it?
Yeah, I'll put it up. Just don't forget to close the door.
Oh, sure.
They'll ransack the bathroom. Let me see. Can I do? Okay, perfect. All right. So they could see the screen. All right. So this is the picture of the guy here. Okay.
Oh, you're showing the
So
audience?
these are some of the pictures they released. Okay. Let's see.
But can our audience see this?
They can see this.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they can see it.
So we're blacked out, and then we switched over to this, correct?
Yeah. It
Okay,
doesn't
cool.
show us. It's just showing the screen. All right. So here's the picture here. Look at his pants. Okay. So there's no rifle. You cannot fit a rifle in these pants. You can't. You can't fit a rifle in here either.
The skinny jeans.
Now,
You
if
can't.
they came out, they sell like breakdown rifles that fold in half.
Mhm.
They do. I haven't seen a 30-06 one, but most if not all, to my knowledge, breakdown rifles are semi-auto. Okay, so they have breakdown. So a breakdown rifle will pivot at the action, and the gun folds in half. And then what happens is you fold it back up and you put the pin in, and you have a full-length rifle. Okay, they do it in there's a popular one's like a 22 long rifle. I've seen ARs like this. I've even seen handguns like this that fold in half. You could argue if that was the rifle.
His rifle, put it in his bag.
Yes.
Go up there and re-put it back to the
So
together.
you could do that.
Yeah.
But with a bolt action Mauser style rifle that I'm assuming is a wood frame, even if it's a polymer frame, which I doubt, like when you break it down, you still have to take the entire bulk body of that rifle, which is going to be at least this long,
Yeah.
and you have to hide it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, let me click back here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, you say probably why he had the backpack, but like, see, this is what drives me nuts. Is like what like don't like try to look for the answers yourself and like defend the people that are displaying us the case.
Yeah.
Like why? I get it. I get it. Like people want to find the guy. Like you want to be like that's the guy that murdered this guy, right? Of course.
Yeah.
But it's so okay. So this is just talking about what they shown in the evidence to me. Is there anything else you want to say on that?
Well, what if the deep state silenced them? If the
No,
deep
I know.
state
We're gonna
silenced
get to
them,
the deep state part.
yeah, because if the deep state silenced them, it makes perfect sense why they're not giving out all the evidence yet, or they're stalling and they're trying to figure out the perfect story so they can use that for a scapegoat. And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
They just don't have their crap together.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're you know what I mean? It's one of those things. And I believe he was assassinated.
I think he was assassinated.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. This is my.
He was a
yeah.
huge advocate to release the Epstein files. That's for sure.
Yes, and he started to turn against who? Who did he start speaking against?
Israel.
Right?
Yeah,
It's on his podcast.
Yeah.
He even had a podcast with Ben Shapiro, who admitted to being a Zionist, who believes in everything is the better well-being of Israel.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about.
Mhm.
He doesn't care about. And I used to like Ben Shapiro until this Israel-Palestine conflict happened. And even Candace Owens left his platform.
Yeah, him and Candace Owens had a huge falling out.
They had a huge falling out.
Yeah.
And he even came out and said, yes, it's the truth. He goes, I'm not hiding it. He's like, this is all I care about. To him, it's Israel first.
No.
And it's not about America. So my mom's saying the guy with the bullhorn debating Charlie Kirk's name is Stone Lambert. It's not the same guy.
Mhm.
So let me pull this guy up now that I have the name. Stone Lambert.
Wait. So the media was wrong and they gave him the wrong name?
No, like the guy that people were saying was probably the killer. They thought
You're
it was
saying Tyler Robinson. So that means
They thought it was this guy. This is the guy. This is him. That's not the same dude. See?
no, it's not.
Look, this is the side by side.
Well, they were saying that gentleman there was Tyler Robinson, correct? That's what they're saying.
I don't know.
But your mom just said another name.
Oh, so here's the guy. Look. That's the guy.
Yeah.
That's not the same guy though.
Yeah, that's the guy.
But that's not the shooter.
They're saying that the news today in the morning they caught the guy saying it's him. They're constantly switching it up. This is like the fourth guy that he says.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't been
Yeah.
looking at this stuff today because I'm
They don't know.
I can't.
They
handle it.
really do not know. And they keep catching one guy saying, hey, he's a shooter, he's a shooter. And then they go, okay, never mind, not him. They run to another guy saying he's a shooter.
No
Yeah.
one's saying you said anything. You just saying the guy with the bullhorn debating was Stone Lambert, and I pulled it up. Yeah, so I guess that was the guy's name, but that's not the same.
They messed up
Yeah.
because they said his name was Tyler Robinson, which it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So the news media really isn't getting their shit together.
Yeah. So anyway, with
Yeah.
that, with what they showed us, what? Oh, my mom didn't say that. I got it. It was Stephanie that said that. I'm a fucking idiot. She's like, it's me, not your mom. I'm sorry. You guys are the only two that are ever in the chat, and it's a blur to me. I don't know who's talking. I'm sorry. It was my wife. Thank you. My mom. Oh, my mom's like. All right. I'm sorry. So anyway, evidence-wise, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
But
you know what's crazy?
What?
Is that Charlie Kirk never turned his back on Israel. He just
No, that was one thing I didn't.
he
agree
just
with
had
him.
disagreements with what Israel was doing. Certain things that Israel was doing.
Yeah.
But he never turned his back completely on Israel. Never. And we're not supposed to. We're supposed to pray for Israel and hope that Israel finds Christ. And also support Israel. But that doesn't mean we support every single. If they're doing something wrong, we got to say you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? That's what Kirk did.
Yeah.
He was completely fine. But the problem is the deep state, they want you to go ham 100% no matter if they're doing wrong or right. You know what I mean? That's not right.
Yeah.
If you guys are doing something wrong, you should be called out for that. That's
Yeah.
just how it is. And that's the turning point to leading to his death, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because the deep state felt like they were losing control over him, and they didn't know if he was going to change or turn, and he hasn't yet. He was still pro-Israel. It's just that they didn't want to take. In my opinion, they didn't want to take the chance. Not only that, he was calling out the Epstein files, and there's
Yeah.
probably a lot of Jewish bankers, high-end bankers, and probably even the royal family, and even people from the Catholic Church that were in on the Epstein tapes.
Did you know that Epstein's dad worked for the Mossad?
Saw it.
That's the CIA of Israel. Let me look this up.
No, I did not know that. That I did not know. So Epstein's dad did? That's crazy. But did his dad know that Epstein was doing weird stuff, or did his dad pass away before?
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Epstein's dad. Was it Robert?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because,
it was Ghislaine's father. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. But so Ghislaine is was his the woman, his girlfriend that helped traffic
yeah,
the women.
yeah.
Her father
Oh, was part
they
of
say,
the
yeah, he worked with the Mossad.
Mossad in Israel.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
They said he is known to have connections with MI6, which is
Mhm.
British intelligence, and was long rumored to have worked for Mossad.
But he, his daughter was doing it because you have to remember they were a lot older. He could have passed away, and then they started doing this pedophile stuff.
So there's the
Unless he was around when they were doing it, he knew. That'd be
so
freaking
let me
crazy.
put this on the screen so people don't think I'm pulling this out of my ass. So this is just the AI fucking overview, but this you can look this up. Like, don't just come here and be like, he didn't show me everything. I'm not here to show you everything. Just go and look.
Yeah.
You have two hands. So
And don't forget
right here, lack of prominent conspiracy theories is Jeffrey Epstein was recruited by Robert Maxwell to work for Mossad, suggesting that his sex trafficking ring was a honeypot scheme for blackmail, which I've said before on this
Yeah.
podcast. These claims remain unproven, but like this is those things they're not gonna prove it to you.
Yeah. But what's crazy is that the FBI and the CIA have plenty of videos and evidence because they seized everything on the island. So they have the videos in hand. They know who was there. They know who committed the acts. They know who had sex with the children on the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. And these are high end individuals, like super high end.
Yeah.
Even people from the Rothschild family that was rumored to be on those videos. Members from the Rothschild, from the bloodline.
And isn't the Rothschild family the one that goes all the way back to the beginning of time? The one that owned the big banks in Germany before World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that later. But anyway, so if you ask me, and I don't care, I'm used to people thinking I'm crazy.
People think I'm crazy all the time.
I don't believe that until I'm shown more that makes it appealing. Because I don't have to believe anything. I can they're in court. They're gonna have the burden of proof. Prosecution is gonna have the burden of proof to prove this, to sentence him.
Yeah.
To convict and to sentence him. So I personally think that the stuff that Charlie Kirk was starting to touch on was going to be a huge problem for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they wanted that type of person with that following.
Yeah.
And
That type of power.
Yeah, which is
He had a lot of influential power. That's what he
Yeah.
had, and a lot of kids loved him. A lot of young conservatives, and he was actually changing liberals into conservatives. So, which is the amazing part as well. He was waking up a lot of people. He really was.
Mhm.
Go on, awesome.
Sorry, they're telling me to now try it on your hat that your mic is on. Fucking
Is your thing acting up or what?
No, I think they just want to see if it's how it sounds. If
Oh,
it
gotcha.
sounds better or worse or who knows. All right. I don't know. You could tell me if that's better or worse. I got it clipped on the side. I don't want it clipped on the front, like because it can only face out the way the clip is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't know if this is better or worse. Okay. Anyway, I think that something fishy happened with it. I'm like Trump. Something fishy. Someone
Yeah.
killed him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think something weird happened and we're never gonna know. And it's sad. And I just stopped looking at stuff because it's I don't want to put the energy into it anymore.
Yeah, they're just all they're doing is just causing confusion. They're naming many names that was shoot at the very beginning. They said it was an old man, a white old man
Yeah, the guy
that
that looked
shot
like
him.
Larry David.
Yeah, they pulled him out of school saying this was him, and then they switched it up and said, "Oh no, maybe it's this guy." Then they switched it up. Now they're saying this Tyler Robinson, but then that really wasn't his name. And now it's crazy. They're going like this, ping ponging all over the place, and you really can't trust what the news media is really saying because it's like, and then they make you look like an asshole when you go out and tell people, and then the news media change, and now you look like a conspiracy theory. I know that's why I wonder, are they doing this on purpose to try to discredit people? At least the people who are awake and watching.
So
That's what I'm saying.
this is what's scary to me. Is this was literally a show of we can do whatever we want right in front of you
No.
and we don't care.
Yeah.
They shot. Okay, and I'll tell you right now. So like a lot of people at the beginning, I was like, dude, that had to be a professional shooter
Yeah.
to hit him like that.
Pinpoint shot.
So
Accuracy is
people
another
are
one.
saying like, oh, it was like about 200 yards. I think that's what they were saying, 200 yards.
200 yards, yeah.
And it's not that hard of a shot to hit. Okay. So if you're a proficient shooter and you have a scope that's dialed in, a good scope, you can make the shot.
Mm-hmm.
But can you make the shot like that on your first shot? Like right in the friggin' carotid?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't go to outdoor ranges. I go to indoor ranges, and I will tell you this: I have a bolt action from like World War One era, like real early bolt action Mosin Nagant, a Russian bolt action rifle.
Mm-hmm.
It shoots a similar size cartridge. Okay, it's a 30 caliber cartridge. It's a 7.61 by 54R. I've hit a direct center headshot at 25 yards with just iron sights. 25 yards, just iron sights, no scope. I've hit a direct headshot.
That's pretty good.
So it's possible, but I'm not convinced that this guy did it. Okay. I'm just,
Yeah, you're saying another
I
guy
don't
possibly.
think so.
Yeah.
I think, and when people, okay, so here's the other, and I'm sorry if we're going in circles. It's just I come up with other ideas in my head. Is like, so I understand people are like, well, he turned himself in, and the dad turned him in, and they detained him and told the police this and that, and it's like, I could tell you, I know that's what I'm talking about right now. He confessed to his dad. I can tell you that I have a fucking rocket ship in my bedroom that I built with my bare hands. And then my dad, I could be like, oh, my dad built the rocket ship with me, right?
Yeah.
And then my dad could come and be like, built the rocket ship. We could both be full of shit.
Yeah.
Is that a stupid analogy? I mean, maybe.
But why would he send his son to prison if he didn't do anything?
But here's my thing is like, it doesn't mean. Now, okay, like let's flash forward to when they have a
You
trial.
understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. I agree with you.
Unless the deep state, they do a shenanigan show, they arrest them.
They take a picture of them.
They arrest
They
them.
say they arrested him. They take a
And
picture
they
of
send
him.
them
You
to
say
another
the
country and you live your own life and keep quiet for now on.
Be like, hey, listen, we're gonna, yeah.
We'll send you to another country. We'll give you a lot of money. You just got to change your life and live in the Amazon for the rest of your life. But your family will be well off if you do this for us.
I think
it's
it's
a possibility.
possible. I think that's
it's very possible.
I think that's
Someone
an
can get paid off,
entirely
of course.
sane.
And now you have a fake
picture.
shooter who said he was a shooter.
Yeah.
Now people think he's rotting in prison. He's not. He's like on some island somewhere.
Now, am I wrong? I haven't seen anything yet. I know my huge chat will tell me that have they talked? I mean, I assume not. If this is the case, and that's the dad, and he turned him in. It's going to be traumatic, and he doesn't want to talk to anybody, and this and that. I understand that argument, okay? Before I even say anything, let me get that out of the way, okay? But like, say he was like on camera and he's like, yeah, I confessed and he did it and this and that. You could then be like, okay, maybe I believe that he turned himself in and he's convincing it. Or you could just be like, it's all part of a charade. And these guys they took a picture of him like they arrested him. Or even if they put on a show like they arrested him and sent him away. And then we don't see him ever again.
They do it in the movies.
You want me to believe it? Show me the evidence.
They do it in the movies.
They do it all the time.
Yeah.
And the reason these ideas exist in fiction is because it's a real idea.
Yeah.
Now,
it's something that actually probably happened.
But that's like a grounded idea. That's not like saying he had Martians come help him and he was on a unicorn. No, it was. This is, to me, this is like a sane theory. I don't know, man. That's where I'm at. I think it's crazy. I think he was saying stuff that maybe people didn't like, and it would, like, the timeline is very fishy.
Power B members didn't like. Keyword, yeah.
The what?
Power B members didn't like.
The Power Bs, yeah. I think it's fishy. It's very sad. I mean, even this morning, it's like I get teary eyed about it. It's just. This is, and then so do you have anything else to say about that? Or?
No, we move on to good versus
evil.
evil.
So let me just say one more thing. So this drives me crazy. And I'm going to say this. I don't care if it's live or recorded, because I don't care.
Just be careful.
No. I don't, the person that sees this, that I'm talking about, if they see it, they can, this is how I feel. It's very sad. So my aunt, my oldest aunt, and I won't say a name, but if they end up seeing this, they're going to know who I'm talking about. They were one of the people that kind of celebrated when he died. She put up a quote. She put up a
aunt?
Yeah.
Wow.
She put up a quote because one of the things Charlie Kirk said, and it's true. I agree with it. It's true. Is that shootings and senseless gun violence, this isn't verbatim, but he said that is an unfortunate side effect of freedom.
It's an unfortunate sacrifice.
That's what it is.
No.
And he's not wrong.
Our right from the Constitution. Yes.
And he's not wrong. It's up to us to make safeguards and put things in place to keep it from happening without sacrificing our right, which is already in many states is hindered by the government. Like, our right to bear arms isn't even what it should be according to the Constitution. It's already neutered. So she's like, she puts, you reap what you sow. Saying, you're saying gun violence is just, okay, it's fine, it's just what happens, then that's what you get. That's basically what she said.
Yeah, that's...
So this guy...
That doesn't make sense because, like, she doesn't understand is that he said that, but it could happen to anybody. That's what he meant when he said that. He's not saying it's not going to happen to me, but as long as it happens to anybody else, it's not going to happen to me. He was never meant to like that. If it happens to him, he understands that unfortunately this has to happen to allow our fellow Americans to maintain their constitutional right to bear arms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's okay. He's a Christian. He's a believer in Christ. He's going to make it to heaven, and he knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he was confident to say this, because he already knows he's saved through Christ. You're on it. She's like that. She needs help.
So she's mentally insane, and this is the sad part.
I don't want to speak on your family.
No, you can say whatever you want, because that's what I was going to say. Is it's so unfortunate because this guy Charlie Kirk is like about the same age as me.
Yeah,
I think he's not even like maybe about a year younger than me, or a year and change. I'm not sure. I think he was 31 and he was supposed to turn 32 this year, I believe. So I'm 33. Is like she's celebrating the death of somebody that's my age, has pretty much the same beliefs as me.
Yeah, that's creepy.
So you would want me to get fucking killed.
That's fucking creepy.
So you would want me to die. That's what you're saying.
No.
And this hit me so hard, man. There was a video.
Tell her that? Or?
No, they're blocked. They're out of my life forever. Yeah. I don't want to hear from them, and it's over. There's no more second chances because they do this all the time. I haven't been on social media
Yeah.
very long, like other members in my family have. But they've literally told my brother, like trashed my brother over things he posts online constantly. Because that's how the liberal, sick people are. You're not allowed to say what you believe. If you say what you believe and I don't like it, you're a piece of shit and you should die. That's how they think. It's clearly true. So you think this guy should die because of what he believes. So that's what I believe, right? Same age as
Well,
me.
because he believes in gun rights.
Just
That's
that's
a
what.
little crazy.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they are fucking crazy. So here's the other thing. I'm watching a video, and I think it was from this past Father's Day. He's walking with his daughter into a toy store, and they're looking around, and he's talking with her, and then he picks out a toy with his daughter, and she's walking out. They're walking on the sidewalk, and she has her doll in a box in her hand, and then he's holding her hand, and they're walking, and the mom is filming him, and he's wearing like the same pair of pants that I own. He's got the same pair of Under Armour black joggers that I own. Dude, he's just a normal guy.
Yeah.
It could have been me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not like this is why this hit so hard and it's so much more different than when like Trump got shot in his ear and stuff like that. This is just a kid. No, he's not a kid. He's a young man. He's a man.
Yeah.
But he's a younger man that is following his dream of he wants to voice and help like sick people that are sick in the head and what's wrong with society in this
Yeah, he wants
country.
to open their eyes.
And he has the balls of steel to go out and do this in public with all these people. He did not have to do this. He did this because he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And he was just a normal guy.
Yeah.
It could have easily been me. It could have been my brother. I mean, it's just so sad.
It could have been me too.
And then
I have a tendency of talking to liberals all the time. I had one of my she wasn't even my boss. It was, we have separate bosses. She controlled the nursing side as the boss controlled the paramedic side. But because I'm conservative, she used to hate that. And she used to try to boss me around, and then she'd go behind my back and over my boss's back that is control over our department, right? There's the department of the nurses and the paramedics, and the staffing department are separate, right? But in the same department. She'd go to HR, go over his head because she's supposed to go to him first. Over his head just to snitch on me to try to get me fired. Like it's crazy, man. Like I know I can't compare it to where getting fired from getting shot, but the hatred is like in the liberals it's crazy, bro. Like they have so much hatred.
Yeah. So
and a lot of times for no reason.
So she tried to get you fired over like your beliefs?
My beliefs. But I respect what she believes.
They are, and it's only them.
Yeah.
You're never going to see somebody that's conservative like us do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk away and say that person's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
that's it.
I respected her belief. I disagree with it.
But they try to
I disagree with it, but I'm not going to run to her manager or go over her head and go to HR and be like, oh, yeah, she was a lesbian, by the way.
Of course, she's a nurse. They're all lesbians.
Yeah. Well,
let's be real.
The liberal ones,
like 90% of them are.
Yeah. So I didn't run to the HR and say, hey, she's talking about this, talking about that. She's trying to encourage, she liked another nurse so bad that she wanted her to be gay, but she was straight. You understand what I'm saying? So it was weird. So a lot of weird stuff going on. A lot of weird stuff going on, right? Like she was.
The medical field is weird.
I had more to say to HR because she was doing stuff wrong, but I left it alone. I wasn't doing anything wrong, and she snitched on me for nothing, like just making up shit. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, it's freaking nuts how wicked and so much hate that the liberals have. It's nuts. She's not the only one. I bumped into a lot of liberals who have a lot of hatred towards conservatives, which is they can't even explain why they have the hatred towards us.
No, it's a
nonsense.
mental. It's honestly, and I'm not saying this lightly. It's the truth. It's mental illness.
Yeah, it's just not nonsense.
If you align with that, it's just you're mentally ill. That's it.
Yeah.
And then so she tells my brother, actually it's my other aunt, the sisters, The other one tells my brother, because my brother posted something about it saying like, if you are the people, like if you are for this and you are the people celebrating, and if you're a liberal, like this is what you believe in, you're the devil. That's what my brother said. And I believe that. If you're a type of person celebrating him getting shot, you think it's a good idea, and you're one of those people that believes in grooming kids and lesbians and transgenders and all
Yeah,
this shit,
that's
you're
fucking weird.
mentally fucked
Yeah,
in the head. You're the devil.
yeah.
And they go, oh, well, we don't want to be around you anymore, so we're not going to come to your baby shower anymore. And they did this to him for the gender reveal.
That's fucking.
Your nephew, your brother's
Yeah.
son,
Your own bloodline, yeah.
he's at the time when he was having the gender reveal, I think he had just turned 30. It was the day after. It was the
I got
day
something to
after.
tell you, but keep going. Yeah.
So it was the day after. He just turned 30, and they told him this before that. So actually, he was like 29, I think, when this happened. And they tell him, "Oh, we're not coming, like, because we don't want to cause any issues." So, like, what do you mean you don't want to cause any issues? Like, are you gonna like kick the door in and start being like, Black Lives Matter, transgender lives matter,
Yeah.
rainbows are the best? Like, you can't even support your own family member.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? You're like 70 years old, and you're like down talking somebody that's like 29 years old and saying, "Oh, I don't care about your kid that's being born
No.
or you." Let alone the kid that's not born. I don't care. I don't want to be there.
No.
They've done this before. And then they did it now, and that's it. They're sick. They are sick in the head, and they will never change. And it's and that's it. They're done. They're done. And it's sad, but I can give you that's like in my own family. I can give you a literal that might work for Onyx because it's in my family. It might qualify as evidence, you know, Mr. Evidence. Okay. So anyway, tell me your story.
So I have something very similar, like that happened in my family, in my bloodline. Now this is more of a distant cousin, but a cousin nonetheless, right? So she knew my aunt and everything. Now what's crazy is that I found her on Facebook. This happened years ago, right? When I was a teenager, and I saw that she had our last name. I was like, oh shoot, she has a last name. And I started talking to her, and then she had pictures of like certain relatives I recognized. And I started talking to her. She lives in Lebanon. See, I'm part Lebanese. So I started talking to her. I'm like, hey,
She lived in Lebanon?
yeah.
Okay.
So she's fully Lebanese, yeah. So I started talking to her, and then my name's Ayub, she's Ayub.
Okay.
So it turns out that we truly were cousins. We started talking. She wanted me to come, and got to the point where we're like weeks down the line, we were talking to each other. She was like, oh, you and your brother should come and spend time with the family over here. But what happened was we kind of just stopped talking. Well, she cut it off with me immediately, and the only reason why is because we were having having the greatest time talking to one another, right?
Yeah.
And she was telling me that I was going to meet my distant uncle and or grandfather and blah blah blah. I was excited to go to Lebanon. I was like, you know what, this is cool. I even told my dad and mom about it, and my dad said, "Be careful." That's all he said, and he didn't really explain much. I said, "Okay, that's a little weird." So I started talking to her further, like later down the line. We started getting to the topic of religion. Like your family has to do more politics. We're
Yeah,
conservative.
we're not like a religious family. We never have
Yeah.
been. We don't go to church. We don't. It doesn't mean we're scumbags. We
Yeah.
have good values, but
Yeah.
it's never been like a thing.
But what I mean is
Okay,
that
yeah.
your family has to do more with
Yes.
conservatives / liberals.
Uh-huh.
So my family on my dad's side has to do more with Christian / Muslim.
Okay.
So the two don't really get along.
Yeah.
So she found out I was Christian, and then she literally stopped talking to me. She cut me off completely. She stopped following me and everything. And then I found out, Dad told me that she's one of our Muslim family members. And yeah, it's just weird. And my dad told me a story after that. My dad told me a story of what happened, that his father escaped Lebanon because they were threatening to kill him and a few other family members. Like there were several family members that came from Lebanon that moved to the United States because the Muslim side of my family was trying to kill the Christian side of my family. Literally trying to kill them.
Really?
Yeah. This happened in
why? Because they found out they were Christian.
Yeah, it happened in the 1880s. We came here in the 1880s. So and no, they everybody at a certain point were dominantly Muslim. But what happened was, a portion of our family decided to switch over to Christianity. And then when that happened, the other side of the family, it's been time. It's not like they overnight turned Christian, then they wanted to kill them right away. It was almost like a semi acceptance, and then over time, more family members started becoming Christians. For some reason, they got pissed off, and they literally was trying to kill the Christian side of my family. So the Christian side of the family, the aunts, uncles, my great great grandfather, they all got up and came to America. So and that's how my
Wow.
family came here.
Did they kill anybody?
That I don't know. My father wasn't
I
sure.
mean,
He
that's
just
a
knows.
long time ago
Yeah, a long
too.
time. It was like from the
That's
1880s.
yeah.
But my father knows the gist of it, why we came here, and he explained to me we left because they were literally trying to kill us. They probably did. They probably did kill some family members, and that's why they came over here.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
wild.
been over 100 years ago, but still, it's crazy how I found a distant relative, literally still living in Lebanon, and she literally cut me off because I was a Christian. So that hatred still lives to this day.
Yeah.
Well over 120, no, 140 years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy how like you have two main families, one living in the opposite side of the world, and they literally cut each other off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know. I just find that mind blowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
But they had so much hatred towards us, and we didn't have hatred towards them. The Christian side didn't have hatred towards them, but they had hatred towards us and literally tried to kill us. We weren't trying to do that to them. So it's almost like very similar. Like your aunt is more the aggressors, and you guys are more the defenders, and you guys had to cut that off because
oh,
of
they're
it's just
definitely the
very
aggressors. Yeah.
similar. You know what I mean?
Definitely the aggressors. Like,
No.
not like nobody. Like, here's the thing: is like if you are voluntarily putting out stuff like that, like,
Yeah.
oh, you reap what you sow. You basically deserve to die because of what you said. That's bananas in itself. Nobody even replied to her, but they replied when my brother said, like, oh, like if you're on board with this you're the devil. And then they're like, oh yeah, meh, 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 meh.
Mhm.
Like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's bananas.
yeah. Crazy,
But
crazy. Man.
all right, so that's basically enough about the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Um, kind of ties in with the whole theme of good versus evil. Like, okay, so I can't speak on like the religious history and aspect of what you're gonna bring to the conversation,
Mhm.
but I I think, and I've said this, I think right now
You want to start it off first?
yeah, I'm just gonna say this and I'll let you talk. I just think like the force of evil, whatever it may be,
Around the world, basically.
yes, just that is around the world, like the devil, Satan, Lucifer, whatever. It's just I feel like it just has just just us in its grasp right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so bad.
Phase two is just so dominant. You can
It's
feel it.
so
You can feel
dominant.
it.
Like it is just so dominant,
Mhm.
dude. And like I feel like, and I understand like the marketability of social media and regular mainstream media of showing us negativity helps boost their numbers, so you're not going to ever see good stories. I get that. But it's like it's so hard. You have to like dig to find good stuff
Mhm.
nowadays. Like things that make you feel good. And I found a couple clips recently, like yesterday and today, of like a streamer, I Show Speed.
Yeah.
He had so I Show Speed's a really, really big streamer.
I'll say one thing. Some streamers like that video I showed you.
Yes, yes.
They sold their souls. Some
Yes,
of them.
yes, yes.
I don't know if I sold Speed did, but a
Yes.
lot of them, like so one came out and literally called out another streamer, which I don't want to say names, start controversy if we ever get big. But apparently he was sold his soul, and then he brought this other young man in, and then he received 2 million in his bank after he sold his soul.
I think some people
So
do for sure.
yeah,
I think some people do for sure. Now,
I don't know if his ISO speed is like that if he sold
I
his soul,
from
but
what I've seen, I don't think so because like it was like very wholesome.
yeah,
It was like so he was eating with his buddies out, and this woman who was like a grandma's
yeah,
age. She was like, God, she was like probably 60s, maybe 70. She comes running up, white lady too. I Show Speed's black.
yeah,
So she comes like, "Oh my God, I found you. You're I Show Speed." I guess like maybe she lived in the area and like
mm,
she watches him, so maybe she wanted to see if she could meet him. Comes up to him and she's like, "Oh my God, I want to meet you and like I found you and blah blah blah." And then I can't believe it. And he's like, "Oh, you're a real fan." Like you're not like a lunatic. He's like, you're like, he didn't say that, but he's like, oh, you're a real
So,
fan.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, like he gave her a hug and he's like, nice to meet you. And then they were talking and he's like, he goes, she mentioned something about or maybe he brought it up about a vacation, and he basically like was like, I'm gonna pay for you to go on a vacation wherever you want to go. She wanted to go to Rome, I think, and he's like, I'm gonna send you there. And then he gave her like, I think he gave her like cash too, like 2,000 or something. Like he gave her money, and like he just met her, like she was just like a fan, and he like
Oh wow.
yeah. And then I seen another video, and it was like I think someone said he was in Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic, whatever it is now. I don't know what it's called now.
Yeah, he traveled. He went from China,
He was in
Japan,
Czech. He
Europe.
was in
Yeah.
the Czech Republic or whatever, and
Okay.
like there was a homeless guy on the floor, and the guy didn't really speak the language. And so first they show a clip. He's walking down the streets, and he always has like a posse with him. And so he's walking, and then there's this kid standing there, a young kid, and he's like, hey, I want some money. I want some money. He tells I Show Speed, he's like, I want some money.
Oh.
And then the kid's standing there with a shopping bag with something in it. I don't know, shoes or something. And he's like, what's in the bag? And then he's like, you want money. You don't need money. He's like, it's like there's a difference. Like basically, like you just want money from me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't need anything.
don't
Like
need it, yeah. You're not, like,
you have
desperate.
stuff that you want clearly, but you don't need it. That's the difference. So he's walking down the street, and there's this homeless guy laying there, and he walks by him, and he's talking to him, and I guess he was trying to communicate with the guy, and then he's like, oh, you need money or whatever. And then he gives him like $200, and then he asks him, he's like, are you hungry? He's like, you want food? And he's like, it took him a while to understand. He's like, oh yeah, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go get you food. I'll be back. So he goes into the restaurant. He orders him food in a bag, brings him everything out. He goes, hey, look, I got you food. I got you utensils. I got you this. I got you that. Here you go. And it's like he doesn't have to do that.
No, not at all.
You know what I
You
mean?
Just keep walking.
But like, it didn't come off like virtue signaling either. It didn't come off like virtue signaling. Like usually I could pick that up. Like Mr. Beast is a piece of shit to me.
Yeah.
That
he
guy.
wants an audience in order
That
to,
guy
in order
is
to
a
do something.
scumbag, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Okay. Do you want the $1 million?
He's liberal, by the way.
Oh yeah, just look at
Yeah.
him. Look at his teeth. Right there. Just look at him.
Look at his teeth.
All you gotta do
Yeah,
is
yeah.
look at him. The haircut.
Yeah. His one of his best friends, by the way, one of his best friends who turned transgender was messing with kids and all that. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I don't, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he buried the hell out of that because it was on the news. It was like last year. It was really
Oh,
bad.
really? Damn.
Yeah, people started calling out Mr. Beast because they started pulling out past things that he did.
Oh,
and
shit.
then all of a sudden they got buried, and then everybody stopped talking about it. It's almost like the Power Bees came in to save Mr. Beast, and they sacrificed his friend. You know what I mean?
Oh,
His
yeah.
friend no longer is communicating with Mr. Beast anymore because Mr. Beast cut him off, and this was his best friend. But he did
I
that
mean,
because
at
it was
this
too
point,
much.
you have to, dude.
Yeah, it was too much
What the
heat
hell?
going
Like,
on.
no
But
matter
still,
what.
it's like if he was doing all this type of stuff, how about Mr. Beast? Like, what do you like? How do you not know your friend is doing? If this is a right hand man, right?
Yeah, unless
Like,
he's
you know what I mean?
unless he's lying and he's full of shit and he's not his right hand man. He's just some guy. He's a friend. His
No,
buddy.
he really was his good
Oh,
friend.
well,
Like,
yeah,
really
then
good
he's
friend,
full of
yeah.
crap,
Yeah.
He just turned a blind eye.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, he didn't strike me as like one of those types of people. So like things like that give me hope. Like it's nice to see. It's not going to change my life, but that's okay. Not everything nice you see is going to
Yeah.
change your life, but it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want you to talk mostly about this because like I feel like you're going to have a lot more substantial like content to go to this. Like I don't have much to say in terms of like religion and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, get back on Nitro Speed. That was something like really good. And I watched the guy a few times. He seems to be, non-racist. Honestly, he treats everybody
No,
pretty.
this lady
equally.
was white. The guy on the street was white. He
Yeah.
seems pretty normal.
He treats everybody pretty equally, and I hate that saying where people say that black people can't be racist. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Black people can definitely be racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can be racist to their own kind. It's called self-hate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where anyone could be racist. You know what I mean? But for the most part, from what I've seen from my show Speed, seems like a pretty good guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't have anything like
Clips. Yeah, I've never seen like his streams. I honestly don't even know where you could find him streaming. I don't know what platform he's on.
Yeah.
I just know usually it's like IRL streams of
Hmm.
him like out in a restaurant. And I know he's a huge soccer person. He loves Cristiano Ronaldo. That's like
Yeah.
his thing, you know. But yeah, so yeah, so what do you got to say about good
So,
versus evil?
long story short, with the topic of good versus evil, there's definitely, like you said, you feel like there's a overwhelming presence of evil going on in the world,
Yeah.
and there is. You know, it's unfortunately we live in, and I think times are just getting worse. You know, it used to be if you go back like 40, 50 years ago, or even 30 years ago, you know, my father used to tell me that when he was a kid, his parents never had to lock the door. You know, the wording or somebody who's being a pedophile was something extremely rare. You know, it's like it's just you hardly hear of any kid being kidnapped. But now today age is super common now. It's almost like, you know, liquid water. It's ridiculous. Like it's you hear every day of a kid getting kidnapped now. But before 30 years ago, it's like you hardly heard of any of that. People even kept their doors unlocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's just it seems like more and more individuals are turning to the side of wickedness than people who are trying to stay good. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's us human beings that allow this stuff. Like even though the devil and the demons actually exist in the spiritual realm, they can only cause damage by using us. Make sense? They
Mm-hmm.
just can't cause damage by themselves.
So we're the what's the word? The vessel.
Yeah,
We're the
because
vessel.
if you go out and steal, you're doing something evil. If you go out and murder, you're doing something evil. You go out to rape, you're doing something evil. And if one individual is doing that, and then he encourages another person to do this, and that person encourages another person to do this, and they keep going, going, going.
It's like a
Then you
virus.
have more people encouraging to do drugs, weed, crack, whatever. It just it multiplies. And some things are minor compared to others, like smoking weed, getting crap face drunk. That's minor stuff, but you can cause issues. Somebody who's crap face drunk gets in the car and
Yeah,
kills
like if you
somebody.
have like a one off and you don't harm anybody, like you're at home and it happens and you don't harm anybody, yeah. But if you're
Yeah,
like doing it all the time,
but do I'll tell you,
then
yeah,
it's got a grip on your life.
yeah.
Your
Not only
life
that,
is.
you can get in your car and then cause a massive car accident and kill somebody. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
And now you just did something freaking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why the Bible says drunkenness is a sin. It can cause evilness to happen. You may not want it to happen. You may not, wake up in the morning and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get drunk so I can crash into this person and kill their child."
Yeah, I don't think that's ever
Yeah,
on the docket.
it doesn't matter. But the devil's using that to get you
Yeah.
drunk to crash into that person to kill that child.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, it's just that's just how it is. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunately it's just more and more individuals are just becoming more wicked. That's it. And I don't know if you've seen the videos I sent to the group chat, but there was a video and it was multiple ones, and they all point to the same thing. So there was a Jewish banker that was talking. He was sitting in the office talking, and he was saying that over time, they basically will put a race and another race together to fight one another
Mm-hmm.
to almost hide the agendas that they're doing behind the scenes. They also said that they kidnap children to do blood sacrifice, blood rituals, and then they take the bodies of the dead children and then they send them to key location of restaurant like McDonald's, Burger
I
King.
saw that. That's bizarre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what's crazy is that there's a commercial that they had. This is like way back, like 40 years ago. You see Ronald McDonald opening up a bag and the child is popping up, almost like he's about to eat the meal and the child's the meal.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Have you seen that in the
I
group
think I
chat?
saw what you sent me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's super, super disturbing. Then you had, and this is something that actually happened in real life, where there was a truck that was came up to a certain point, and I believe in Mexico, and the person who was her job was to inspect the trucks. She went up to the individual, and the individual that was driving the truck seemed super nervous and scared. She went to the back of the truck, opened it up, and that's one of the videos I showed you. This actually was on the news. It was on Mexico
Oh yeah,
news.
and it
Yeah,
had rotting,
yeah, yeah. This
bodies
was
in it.
on the news, and she saw nothing but piles and piles and piles of children, from different ages, from babies all the way up to like 13 years old. So it was like, and most of them were super super young, but the oldest like between 12 to 13. So she closed the thing, and then she ran to tell some people, and she had a massive panic attack. And this was on the news. Weeks later, they found her body chopped up in a bag. Weeks later,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that could be like cartel did
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, again, maybe, but why would the cartels kill a bunch of children?
Well, I
You understand what I'm
they
saying?
sex traffic them.
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm just saying this
Yeah,
is a scenario it
but that's
could be.
another form of like evil. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's in the same
But
category.
I just find it funny how like they say this and they use trucks and the guy literally says they use trucks to transport these bodies all throughout America to get dispersed to get rid of the evidence and they use the food industry to like the fast food industry to do so.
I hope
You know
not.
they spend it they yeah they I don't know how they do it but they do it and then at least that's what they claim. And then if you see on the videos I showed you, it's like it matches up to what the guy was saying, like perfectly, from the commercials to the incident that happened in real life. Like it's super creepy stuff. It's almost like yeah, that's what they're doing.
I'm sure
It's
it's
crazy.
happened
Yeah,
definitely at one point. I
yeah,
feel now with social media, if that was like happening still, I feel God, someone would have to like
no,
know, you know?
yeah. Well, I
I'm not
it's
saying it has definitely happened at some point
yeah.
for sure.
Well, you know, it's so hard to determine what the hell's going on because you have right now they have caves and they have underground cities in the mountains of the United States, right? And these trucks, they go into these caves and then they have giant doors and they open up and they allow the trucks in. And
Yeah.
then they use them. I don't know what they're using it for, but inside these caves, one trucker that was killed, he showed the video and they had massive supplies of food. They had certain doorways, almost like rooms of like living quarters. It was basically a bunch of almost like an apocalyptic bunker, giant bunker. That guy ended up getting killed as well. Then there was another individual that went into deep into it, and he went inside the actual facility, like inside the cave. But in the cave, they have like roadways, like a little
Mhm.
city, and then you can go inside the cave where people like live and stuff. But they had McDonald's there. They had like certain restaurants there, but empty, nothing being operated.
Hmm.
Then you had like a fake beach side. It's like really really creepy, but nothing being operated. But nothing being operated because it's almost like it's not time yet. Make sense? Almost
Hmm.
like something massive is going to happen, and then the power
So
leaves.
you're saying there
The
was
power leaves
restaurants in there
for
almost like it was like for the people that live there?
no one lives there yet.
But you're saying for like the people that would live
Will
there.
it? Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. So it's almost like it's reserved for a certain time period. So when something crazy happens in this world, to a point where people are killing each other, or say apocalypse happens, it's almost like they were all run into the mountains and hide and then just wait and
Yeah.
just wait it out and allow us to kill each other, like us citizens who don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of evil that's definitely going on in the world for sure. Now, will I say there's a lot? Is God just sitting back allowing all this to just happen? No, not at all. I think
Yeah, so
God.
explain that to me because that's the hardest thing to understand is like how come like all this is so bad? Like what is if they say there's a plan for everybody. So like
Yeah.
explain to me why like Charlie Kirk had to get shot in the neck.
Well, the thing is this: he became a martyr. That's really what it was. I think I'm saying it right. It's when you believe so deeply into your what you believe, you go out and preach it, and then they kill you for it. So he wasn't the only person that got killed for his beliefs. This has happened many, many times all throughout mankind history. You had even the apostles; they got martyred for their beliefs. The Peter, who was one of the apostles, got crucified in Rome upside down. You know what I mean? For his belief. And even with Charlie Kirk, him being the Christian, he got killed for his beliefs, literally. And the fact that the devil hates Christians in this world, trying to wake up other people, especially what's going on, especially the wickedness that's happening, they don't like that, and they will if you have a big enough fan base, they will come after you. And if you look at the apostles, almost every apostle was assassinated. John was. poisoned, but the poison didn't kill him. Thank God. He was one that wrote the Book of Revelation. But if you look at them, they had massive. If you read the Book of Acts, they had massive churches, and they were constantly bringing people to the church and saving people and waking people up to what's really going on at the time. And the Pharisees and the Romans of the rulers back then, which were the secret organizations back then, hated the apostles. That's the reason why they sacrificed them. It's the same people from back then, the same bloodlines from what ruling against us today. It's just that now they're more numbered. Because it's almost like a tree when it starts. You have a little bit of leaves. You know what I mean? So there's only a handful of people ruling over certain areas. Now the tree gets bigger. Now it's ruling over the world. Because their bloodlines now scattered about. I mean? Now they have more high-end individuals in these secret organizations to be able to rule. Make sense?
Yeah. So the thing is with martyrdom, which is when someone is a martyr, whether it be on purpose or not on purpose. In the case of him getting assassinated, is obviously it's not on purpose. So what there has to be like a outcome from it for it to
Yeah.
be like a martyrdom. So like what would be the martyrdom, like what could come from him? Now yeah, we could say, oh, we're all awake now. I've been awake.
Yeah.
So like, but what are we gonna do other than just bitch about it online and bitch about it? That doesn't change
Yeah.
anything.
No,
So
no,
what
no.
are we doing? What is Trump, because he's the president,
Mm,
what are they gonna do to make change so that it's for nothing?
mm.
It's almost like, so, and you have that. So answer two questions. So that one, what do you think, in your opinion, is something that can come from this that you would like to see because of what happened? And then also like explain like why, because this is a good question Stephanie put, and it's like one everyone has. So like why how come some kids are born with cancer and die of cancer young and they never get to live a normal life? Like what is God's plan for just like senseless suffering?
Well, I can answer that. The good thing about children who do get born with disease, I used to be a paramedic,
Mm-hmm.
so I worked at Georgia Audio as well. I
Uh-huh.
used to work in the pediatric area. I worked in the ER as well. And they would switch us over wherever they need us, and I would meet kids who had cancer,
Uh-huh.
very young kids, and a lot of them would die very young. Now, the good thing is that in the Bible it says when a child is very young and is innocent and they pass away with their innocence, they will make it to heaven regardless. You understand what I'm saying? Even if they really haven't heard the name of Christ, they will still make it because they had innocence. You know what I mean? They didn't know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's when you get to a certain point in time of your life when you do know and you start to sin, then you need Christ. You see what I'm saying? To enter the kingdom of heaven. So to like answer that, depending on how old the child is, there is still opportunity of saving grace for that child or that individual. Now, why does God allow cancer or certain things to happen?
Yeah, because that's
It
not
could
free.
be
It's not free will, because free will
no,
only applies to man.
yeah, yeah,
So like, what is it? What is the plan that the parents have to suffer and the family has to suffer and the kid has to suffer? Like, what could possibly be the scheme of it, the grand
yeah,
plan? You know what I mean? Like, how do you explain that?
yeah. That's actually a tough one. It's
Because like I understand, like if something bad happens to somebody and you can, okay, so for instance with Charlie Kirk, you could say that he brought so much to a lot of people, like he touched a lot of people,
yeah, it
and
is.
he showed people a lot of knowledge and maybe changed some of their minds
Yeah,
and educated a lot of people, and you could say that that was his purpose on this earth.
yeah, and
His
that's what I
plan,
believe. Yeah,
his plan was to go around the
waking
world
people up.
and wake people up, and what that's what his plan, like his plan was.
That was his
But
life.
for a
Yeah,
kid that's never had a chance at life, and the family has never had a chance at raising this kid, and anything, and just knows nothing but suffering, like how do you just? I don't think you can explain that. It doesn't make sense
it's very hard to determine.
unless you
What
like. Do you think the devil gives them cancer?
I
How do you
well can't
explain it?
well cancer is a form of death. So yeah, I don't,
I
I
mean,
don't
I could
think.
see it. It's a way to bring the family together.
Yes, that's true. It could bring
It
the
is a
family
way to
together.
bring the family together.
Yeah,
100%. it's just like it's such a traumatic experience that
Yeah.
if that person doesn't recover from it, then they could
It
fall
could
down
be
a dark path.
it could be a test because in the Bible it says that God does test us to see if he were for him. And maybe the God is testing the parents to see if we
That's
will
a
stay in faith.
crazy
You know what I mean?
test. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be like start blaspheming God if their kid dies, and maybe that's another form of God to see if you're gonna be for him or blaspheme him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is a good point. Or maybe the family is so broken at its core that it will show them that they are better off apart.
Hmm.
So like if you're a family, because people get married all the time that don't
Yeah.
belong together. I was one of them. Okay.
No, you're right.
People get married
Yeah.
and get in relationships with people that they're not supposed to be with. And you need an event to happen that is often traumatic to show you that you're not supposed to be together, like cheating or self-harm or something like that that's going to show you. So maybe it could also be an event where like a family is no they're not supposed to be together because
Hmm.
there's free will. They're not supposed to be together. So like maybe this child that is born in this family and it gets sick and dies causes such stress
Hmm.
on that family that it eventually separates them.
Yeah. That
Because
could be a
that in
possibility.
itself is a positive. It sounds
Yeah.
wrong, but that is a positive outcome if you want to focus on only the positive.
Mm.
Because now this person will no longer be with someone that they're not supposed to be with, and they can go off and find where their purpose is.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
It's so heart wrenching. It's like
Yeah.
hard to see it. Like if you're the person, man, it's hard to like.
Well, no, it's as humans, it's very hard to determine, what is basically our purpose or our goals or our guidance in life. It really is. That's why you just got to pray. You got to pray and ask God for help sometimes. You know what I mean? It's That's just how it is, and that's another form of being led towards Him. And He could be adding catastrophe in your life for a reason to try to guide you more towards Him than away from Him. If that makes sense. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's not only just a test, but also He loves us. You know what I mean? Like God is love. He loves all of us. So
So you
maybe
think?
that's
I'm sorry. You
maybe.
think an
Oh,
event
good.
like that might be hoping that it causes somebody to to be closer with him, even though there's a chance that it causes them to go the other way?
Well, that's why it's free will. God
Yeah.
wants to see if you are going to be for Him or against Him.
Mm,
It's that's just how it is. Unfortunately,
yeah.
yeah, God would do drastic things to test you, and
So
it's not like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. He really wants to know because that's just how it is. He wants to see if you're for Him or not. You have to take a side. You can't be on. You can't be neutral and just but not take a side. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a side. That's just how it is.
mhm.
That's how it works.
So what do you think in the terms of
No,
good
let me
versus
grab a
evil?
tissue real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead, man.
I'll be real quick. Back real quick.
Don't forget to close the door.
Hey.
Sorry, folks, got a little tissue break.
Yeah, semi sick.
So,
Go
I
on.
mean, you're still mic'd up. Actually, I could have probably still talked to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what is let me see. Yeah, we're good on battery. What is what would you like to see as an outcome from what happened with the assassination of Charlie Kirk? What is something you would like to see happen
Well,
or that you think needs to happen?
I believe right now it's a pinnacle point because what evil is telling us is that if you go out and you preach to people, if you try to convince people to do certain thing like the right way of conservative values, then we will kill you. That's what the Power Beam members are telling us. They send a message to us, the people
Yeah.
who are conservatives. We are at war, and a lot of people don't understand that. We have a secret war going on, and it's a war of the mind. That's basically what it is. And they want us to shut up. They want us to just sit around and shut up and let the liberals do what they want to do, so they could develop more liberals. If we're not going out there and telling people certain things are wrong, certain things are good, and we're not preaching the same thing that Charlie Kirk did, what happens? This country is going to develop more what? More liberals. That's just common sense. But if we go out there and do the same thing that Charlie Kirk did, we convert more conservatives. You know what I'm saying? We make this country a better place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because that was what he was trying to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And the Power B members now are telling us, no, no, no. You conservatives, you sit there, you shut up. You know what I'm saying? Or you will get this treatment like him.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. So then that's, again, this is the same thing with good versus evil. Evil is attacking us. You know, one thing that Onyx said, which I really like to quote a lot, he said that evil thrives when good men do nothing. So,
That
you
is
know,
true.
if you're willing and your thrive is to get out there and do what's right, get out there and do what's right. Don't let somebody scare you just because they have a gun. You know what I mean? What type of life is that to coward inside your own house and only preach good things when people come to your house, but don't preach anything when you go out?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to have balls. You have to be a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk was a man. That's it. He died like a man. He went out like a man. You understand? He didn't
Mm-hmm.
go out like a coward.
No.
So that being said, if you want to be truly a man and have conviction and do what's right, go out there and do what's right. You know, no matter what threat is coming your way. You know what I mean?
By killing him, it multiplies him.
Yeah.
It
A lot of people are getting
multiplies
cursed.
his beliefs. You know,
Yeah.
like what other like his voice and his story and message it to people and who already share the same beliefs with him. It multiplies it because
yeah.
now I know me especially. Like I'm inspired to even voice myself more to people that I think are wrong.
You know. Yeah. Don't be afraid, man. You know.
I've never have been, but I mean, I've worked in jobs where you can't even say that Ari is a Jewish man's name without getting punished. But I
yeah.
truly don't care. Like I
Yeah.
truly believe now, like if something is right and I am not objectively saying something wrong, I'm not going to be afraid to say it. And if I am punished for it,
And so be it.
then I'm not supposed to be where I'm at. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be somewhere else.
Exactly. I agree. 100%.
So, and I think that, and that's 100% what happened. Like the story I told last week with my last job, you know, I had a life over there and I had a house and I had another job. And there were so many factors that pushed me in the direction of, like leaving that job and selling my house and coming here. And that, if that, none of that happened, I'd still be there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still be there right now. And things happen for a reason, man. Like we don't know, we don't understand it, because like sometimes we don't understand why this is happening, but there is a reason.
There's a reason why.
I mean now my you know, my brother's having a son, so I'll get to be here around him, so that's nice. I get to see, you know, both sides of the family now. She gets to see hers more, I get to see mine more. We get to go over both more. We'll be here for the holidays and, you know, things like that. You know, I have a job now where it's a lot easier on my body. You know, it's better in some ways. You know, in some ways it's give and take. Some are better, some are not. But overall, everything's, you know, a lot better. Like I'm not stressed anymore. My days off, I'm off. My mind is clean and
You're in a better
clear.
place.
My mind's clean and clear. It wasn't clean and clear because of my job over there.
Yeah.
And I tried to do my best, and it just wasn't working, man. There were evil people in that store. Some of them got what was coming to them. One of them got fired, you know, for fucking sexually harassing somebody. He got fired. He got what was coming to him. And that's not the same as my aunt thinking Charlie Kirk should have died because he thought, you know, right to bear arms is a good thing. That's saying if you're an evil person and you do evil things to somebody and you're evil,
eventually catch up to you.
It's gonna come back to you.
Yeah, but come back,
and hopefully it straightens your ass out.
And again, if it comes back to the average Joe, eventually, I know we see the Power B members, nothing's happening to them, but eventually we'll come to them.
It will.
Eventually, God will have enough, and He will come knocking on their door eventually soon. Hopefully.
So like, what's like something like maybe politically or like physically you want to see happen, like some type of change, like
Well, first of all, I love finances.
uh-huh.
Right now we are living a life that's not constitutionally right. We're not. For the most part, our Constitution literally says that we're supposed to be paying off debt through gold and silver, not through forms of fiat or a backing of a currency note through the Federal Reserve. That's not even a foreign or not even a entity of the United States. It's a foreign entity.
Uh-huh.
So, and we have our gold and silver is not backed by money anymore. Our currency is not backed by money. It's just paper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we need to get back to that track where our currency is backed by gold. Something that's solid, something that will maintain our purchasing power and keep inflation away. Right now, inflation is killing a lot of people, and that's a form of evil. The banking cartels are hurting people, especially families who are not making enough through inflation. And if only we got rid of the Federal Reserve and we start backing our money with gold and silver, that our currency would become stronger again. It'd be better for all of us, honestly. So
Yeah, man.
that's one thing. Financially, that's definitely one thing.
Financially, it's rough, dude. I mean, it's hard, dude. But we do our best. I was just looking at my credit score today. Is really good. I'm over
Yeah.
800.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
You're higher than me.
me and my wife are.
I'm like 7, 8.
We don't have credit card debt.
Yeah.
We have none.
Oh,
We
good.
use our credit cards. We pay them off. We
Mhm.
don't keep debt on there. I have a car note.
Mhm.
We pay rent and our utilities. We got our groceries and stuff, and we try to keep it lean. Try to keep it lean. It's really hard, man. I mean, people don't get paid enough, dude.
Mhm.
We
No, I
really,
agree.
we really, I mean, people don't. I mean, um, you know, like the thing I was talking to her about is the tariff thing. I called today. I had a call because we had a Sam's Club membership and it auto renewed. I don't know how or why. It used a
Mhm.
card that we never even used on there before.
Yeah.
God knows how it happened. I have no idea.
Mhm.
So anyway, it renewed.
Sure.
Don't get no damn boogers on my microphone. I'll kill you. So I don't know how it I don't know how it charged, but anyway, so I had a call customer service, right? To cancel, like to tell them to refund me because I didn't want to renew it
Mm.
because we don't really go to Sam's Club. We have BJ's and Costco and anyway. So the woman on the phone was from the Philippines. Like she
Wow.
she was, which isn't surprising. Everyone knows call centers are like not here.
Yeah.
But it even said
Well,
like,
that's in India.
but in the
Yeah.
email I got afterwards, it tells you exactly where they're from. So and so is from this country or this area in the Philippines. Tells you exactly where. And it's like Sam's Club, Walmart is an American company. It's like if we have the tariffs on goods, like why are American companies still employing foreign workers,
Mm.
even if it's a call center? Like that shouldn't be allowed. Like I'm okay. I'm on board with the long haul of the whole tariffs idea. But the problem is like you have to rely on the fact that this is going to continue through the next administration and from way down the line. So like we're paying these costs right now on the goods because they're being tariffed. So the
Yeah.
cost is going up on the goods because they're paying more for the product, but our wages are not going to go
They're
up.
not increasing. No.
And the jobs aren't increasing here yet because no one is, to my knowledge, like I know there's things like they started saying like Nvidia is going to start manufacturing chips in the United States and this and that, but like do we have the space, do we have the workforce and knowledge and
Mhm.
infrastructure to make this happen? Like,
And how long
is
would
it
it take?
going to happen, or are we
Yeah.
senselessly paying for it right now for nothing?
Yeah. And also, how long is it going to take?
How long is it going to take?
Yeah. Yeah. If it's going to take 5 years,
It's going to take a long time.
that's yeah.
It's
It's
going to take at least
inflation can
5
hit us like
years.
a truckload for 5 years.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, the financial
Yeah.
situation of the country is really bad.
Yeah. Another thing is our children, um, sex trafficking, satanic rituals that are killing our children. What else? Just kidnappings happening. Forced labor, hidden areas where there's children that are being forced to do labor. It's getting really really bad, and we spoke about that in the beginning of the good versus evil, but that's one thing I will say, which is another as a physical aspect, is our children are in danger, and it's very dangerous right now for a individual to start a family because your child, when you get your child, they become a certain age, they become highly likely to be kidnapped, or something happened to them while they're in school, while you're at work.
Yeah, they could get
You know what
shot
I'm saying? Yeah,
in
it's just
school for
exactly.
these sick
Yeah,
people.
yeah. It's really bad right now. That's goes with the children.
Yeah,
Another thing is racism. Racism is being built up, and in my opinion, is more towards the white man than it is any other race. I think,
I believe so.
yeah, I think the white people are getting targeted more and more than any other race.
Straight
Um,
white men specifically.
yeah, conservatives exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
and liberals, they're a okay. No one's messing around with them, but conservatives, they're getting punched, beat up, and stuff. It's like what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? It's our country is really it's really getting bad. It really is.
What do you think about the whole LGBTQ like the whole LGBTQ thing? What do you
Well,
think needs to happen with that? I'm
honestly,
asking you because I have an opinion. I'll ask you first.
yeah, I think men need to wake up and stop being gay.
I
They
think it's
also
okay
need
to say.
the
I think it's fine to
yeah.
say.
They I have nothing against gay people, but in order for this country to get better, we need to get away from that. That's not a man laying with another man is not right. God created Adam and Eve. He didn't create Adam
Adam
and
and
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, it's just you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's like come on, wake up, stop, get away from that because that's the form of Satan. You know what I mean? Satan it's wrong. It's a sin.
So
that's how it is.
what do you think? Okay, so I'll tell you my
That
opinion.
also hurts the country too.
Yeah,
It really does.
I'll tell you my opinion, and this you can tell me
People don't
what you
think it
think.
is, but it does.
No,
You know
it's
what I mean?
terrible.
If you really think about it, it really does. But go on.
I mean, I personally don't
It
because
makes our men weak.
yeah,
It makes our men mentally and physically weak when you're doing that type of stuff.
yeah, it's easy to control
Yeah,
people like that.
yeah, exactly. You're
Yeah,
more
it's
manipulative. Yeah,
not easy to control like a normal man that's straight and is like a man, like
yeah,
has testosterone and he
exactly.
was of a natural born male
Yeah,
that's
he's not
just
walking
being a
around wearing a
man.
skirt or something like that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Yeah,
who isn't using chemical castration and stuff like
yeah.
that. I mean, I with
And one more thing.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're good.
More and
Go ahead.
more, we're having more and more women and children who need help. Like they're being targeted big time. And we need more conservative, strong men to protect these women and children more than ever before. We don't need more gay guys.
No,
It's not going to help. You know what I
no,
mean? But go on, go on.
no. I just so like I know I keep seeing in the news they keep showing this stupid shit with the erasing of the rainbow sidewalks in Florida and everyone's up in arms about it and this and
Mhm.
that. I don't think I'm so serious on this, and I think okay. I love the freedom in this country, but I think we're a little too free in some areas and we've gotten really far away from where we need to be. I don't think you should be allowed to have any of this rainbow flag shit anywhere.
No,
You shouldn't be able to wear a fucking the rainbow flag bullshit, the LGBTQ stuff. It's mentally ill people.
yeah,
You're mentally ill.
yeah.
It's not normal.
I agree.
And we've normalized it in this country. We coddle people because, I mean, like those people usually have a trauma in their past,
Hmm.
like that caused them to be like that,
And
or
they
a
got
shitty
molested or something.
parent that
Yeah.
wasn't there, or something, or they were
Hmm.
molested or
Yeah.
something like that. But like I mean, it definitely shouldn't be in schools.
Mhm.
And I don't think, I mean, isn't it bizarre that somebody that fucking doesn't know that what they are is allowed to vote?
Yeah. That is.
Like how can that be
Hmm.
okay? You shouldn't be allowed to own a gun.
Hmm.
You shouldn't be allowed to fucking vote. You
Hmm.
shouldn't be allowed to drive a car.
Hmm.
You don't even know that what you have in your pants.
You're either mentally confused. Yeah.
No, you're mentally ill. You
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you have problems. You should
Yeah.
not be allowed to function amongst normal functioning people. Like, do you
Yeah.
let people with schizophrenia drive school buses?
Mhm.
No, because the guy thinks the Looney Tunes are on the windshield and he's gonna take it into a ditch. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
I think some serious
Yeah.
like things needs to happen.
Mhm.
And we need to start like clamping down on
Yeah.
this psychotic crap.
Evil, just evil, and not only just the financial world, but the children and the gayness is just everything combined. Is just evil, is just taking over this country. Honestly.
Like, I don't know what needs to happen or like what plans or systems or whatever departments that need to look after these people, or like, because I don't want to pay for some blue-haired freak to
Hmm.
get rehab. I already pay for wars that I don't even know like the country. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I don't want to pay for that shit, but something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Like, these mentally ill people should not be out like killing people and losing their mind, and they're the loudest ones and they're the only ones that get listened
You know,
to.
it's funny because I think our last episode we were talking about we were talking about apocalypse. Remember after
Yeah.
we had friend and foe, the apocalypse reset honestly helps people to. It's almost like a reset of everyone's mind, if that makes sense. When the catastrophe happens and shit really does get real, that's when
You
people
snap
really
out of
start
fantasy
waking.
land.
Yeah, exactly. People really start waking up, and they have to like, if I don't do what's right, I'm probably gonna die the next day. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? It's just like a drug addict. The only reason why people get so high and strung up on drugs is because the next day they can go to a grocery store and then eat and be okay, right?
Uh-huh.
But in the apocalypse, if you get strung up and high on drugs,
You're gonna get killed.
and you forgot to go to the grocery store,
You're
and the
gonna
grocery store
die.
is now ran out the next day, you're done.
You're dead.
You're gonna starve to death.
Yeah.
Those drugs are literally gonna kill you much faster in the apocalypse than it did during good times. So what is that gonna cause a lot of people to do? Stop doing drugs. Because
Uh-huh.
not everyone's gonna want to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's actually gonna help get rid of drug addicts. This is the apocalypse,
Yeah, and
literally.
these tools have made us lazy and weak-minded because like the comfort and convenience is ridiculous now.
It's caused it's
And don't get me
causing
wrong, I love convenience. Don't
it's
get me
causing
wrong,
people to want to do bad.
but like if
Yeah.
you just sit there and flick your bean and order Burger
Yeah,
King
yeah.
and it gets delivered to your door, and then you put on Netflix and it's
No.
and the Little Mermaid's black now, which she probably can't even swim, but yeah, let's make her black. And then
That's another story. Yeah.
you know, you got all these like, dude, like I
Yeah.
was watching a show once. It was a Chucky show.
Mhm.
And like there was like high school boys making out on the show. I turned that son of a bitch straight off.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. You fucking
Like, it's with the Romans, dude. They got so
Yeah.
comfortable and they started banging each other, all the men, and
Yeah.
then like that's
They
where
were
we're
defeated.
at. That's where we're
They
at.
were destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we're being but we're destroying our like they destroyed
We're the
themselves.
next fallen
We're
Roman Empire.
yeah,
That's
we're
what we are.
destroying ourselves. So like something needs to happen, dude. Like serious, like real stuff needs to happen.
Yeah.
Like
I
serious
agree.
restrictions.
I agree.
Like, dude, we can't be doing this
Yeah.
anymore, man. This is crazy. We need to like these people need to be disenfranchised.
Did anyone want to say anything on the chat or not really?
No, but I mean, what do you think, dude? Like, what
No,
do you think?
I agree
I don't think
100%.
you should be allowed to be out there like
Yeah.
this, you know, and.
But this goes back to free will. When we're talking about good versus evil, it goes back to free will.
Mm-hmm.
People have free will to be evil. Unfortunately, it sounds bad, but people have free will to do that. And right now, we're in a situation where a lot of people are just deciding to do that. Now I'm not gonna say everybody. We're the select few, just like people who are a lot of other conservatives who are fighting to try to keep this country alive. Like if just imagine if all conservatives died or left the country or just disappeared. This country would collapse within a matter of
Oh,
days.
not only the country,
matter of
but just
days.
this world would fucking collapse.
Yeah, because you can't have that much evil in the world without it collapsing on itself.
Yeah.
The only thing that's actually helping to hold it up is people that actually want to do right. Let's take the jobs for instance. If you're at a job and you have a really, really hard conservative worker, right? Because most conservatives are hard workers. So a lot of liberals are lazy, right?
Yeah,
You have
100%.
a job, right, that's really hard and demanding, and a lot of liberals are just slacking, and you have a lot of conservatives working hard. You're not going to tell who's liberal, who's conservative, unless everyone says it out loud. But let's say those conservatives all disappear. The work performance of that job will
Oh no,
collapse.
there would be no
Yeah,
jobs.
it
It
will
would
just
be
collapse.
gone.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
it's like they worry about the wrong stuff. You're worried about, do I have a bathroom where I can walk in with a dress and pull my wiener out while a little kid's in the stall
Yeah.
next to me, and I
Yeah.
can like slide underneath and be like, "Hey, little boy." That's like what they want.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
weird. Weird stuff.
but okay, people have free will, but like you can't just leave it to people. Like look at other
Yeah.
countries. They don't just let people
Yeah.
do crazy stuff like that.
No.
Like we're
In the
too
Middle East, they'll
soft,
throw gay people off the buildings,
bro.
literally.
That we're too soft here, man.
Yeah.
Like this shit has got to end, man. We got to do something. Like these people that got fired.
Basically, we have to do something before something really bad happens in
Yeah,
this
because
country.
we've
Yeah.
been sitting back and
We
letting
need to turn
somebody
this.
letting them
Yeah.
drive. You're letting the blue-haired freak drive. Yo, they got to get out of the car.
Yeah, we have to jock
And
kick them
they
out.
need to be on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know where you need to go, but it ain't gonna be here. I'm not saying you need to like
Yeah, yeah.
massacre anybody. I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
saying that, but like, you don't need to be
Yeah, you
part of
can't be
our
driving. No.
society.
Yeah.
You don't
I
need to
agree.
be a part of it.
I agree because they're
You're
hurting the
lost.
country.
Go live in some other country that
Yeah.
likes freakazoids.
Yeah. And the thing is, if liberals do watch this video later on and start commenting and stuff, they're like, oh, I don't mess up the country, blah blah blah. It's not just one of you guys; it's millions upon millions of you guys. If you have millions upon millions, like an ocean, that's gonna cause massive destructive in our nation.
Yeah.
One liberal can't do anything, but when you have a shit ton of them, it's bad. Now, one conservative can't really do much, but if you have a shit ton of them, it's good. It's almost like that good versus evil thing. You know, what I mean? It's
Yeah.
constant battling amongst each other, and that's how it is, man. You know.
Yeah. And then another thing is like, if you want to look at it from the religious angle, like people like on that side want to just run around and screw everybody and then have like
The
97
liberals,
abortions.
yeah,
I mean, in New York, you could get an abortion like up until the baby was popping out.
yeah. A lot of liberal men, who are straight liberal men, that's what they're doing. They're just running around having sex as much women as they can, and then when a woman gets pregnant, he encourages her to go kill the baby.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Or the
That
girl.
happens a lot.
Yeah. Or
You're a baby killer now. Now you're definitely part of the problem because you're killing off babies now.
yeah.
You're just as bad as that banker, that secret organization banker who's doing the same thing with the trucks. You're just as bad as them. Literally, you're doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Like you're not, people are not, men and women, you're not supposed to go out and just like be sleeping with everybody.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
I agree.
I mean, like that's not what it's for. And if you think you're just allowed to go and oh, here, I have another one, get it out.
Mhm.
Like it's not supposed to be like that. So like those
No.
rules have to be in place because people's free will, you don't want, just because they have free will, you don't want them to like
Yeah.
allow them to fail like that. Like you
No.
want to put bumpers on the edges so people aren't going off the edge.
Yeah.
We don't want that. It doesn't benefit us for people to be doing that.
Yeah.
It makes it worse.
But it's one of those things where I would rather have mankind change mentally for themselves instead of having
I don't think it's happening though.
instead of having government come in and then forcing us to do it. Because
No,
once you do that, now it becomes almost like a communist society. Now the biggest hope, this is the biggest hope, is for men to wake up one day and do what's right. Because once the men start doing what's right, the women eventually will come around and do what's right. Because women like to follow men. That's just how it is. They don't like to say that. They act like they're a boss woman or a boss bitch or whatever. But in actuality, that's just the case. All women follow men of their race. Make sense? Or outside of the race. Like if you, me, and another guy is part of the United States, there's three of us, that is the whole population. There's three women. And we're all doing bad, but us three decide to do good. We go off and decide to do good, right? Because we don't want to associate with stuff that they're doing that's bad. Eventually, the women are gonna be like, okay, let's go around, let's go to the guys and act right. They're gonna come. That's why we are the leaders, and that's why the Bible even says men are the leaders of this world. We're supposed to lead the women. That's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The women aren't supposed to lead us. So when you have more men converting over to doing what's right, eventually the women will come, and the world will become a better place. And that's how we keep our liberties too. But if you rely on government to come in to establish laws to force us to do good, now it's more becomes more communist type structure, if that makes sense. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but
Because you don't want.
what do you do if you're in a case where you can't trust the government anymore and you feel like they are making things worse? What do you do?
Yeah, it's oh, you're
What do you
talking about if
so
they
like say like this is, let's say this was one of those acts where he was assassinated by
yeah.
somebody because every people in the government are crooked, that we do know that that's true. Like what do you do if you can't, like you can't trust anybody and they're the ones that make society the way it is?
Oh, you're talking about the government, yeah. Well, again, but they're more. Like, it's funny because right now we are part of a system where if you're not really awake, you don't know that the government has its hands on a lot of things, and a lot of these organizations have their hands on a lot of things. So, but if you are awake, then you see that there is a lot of things taking place because of these wicked organizations. It's. I understand what you're saying. It's tough, man.
But
It's
like, do
tough.
we
It's
just sit
just
back and hope that it happens
well,
and
you can do
just
one
let
of
the
two things.
world fall into flames?
You can do one of two things. And before I answer you, let me just tell this to the chat just to explain to them one thing. When I say if we keep acting up, we allow the government to come in to establish laws. For example, if you have men who are capable of donating or giving out to the poor or
Mhm.
helping out communities, right? Because they're very well off, you will hope that men in those positions, and I'm talking about economically, this it could be a different subject, but I'm focusing more economically. They will, you're hoping that they will reach in their pocket and do it on their own free will. The problem is when you have government comes in to try to establish what's right. Now the government's forcing that individual to pull money out of his pocket to give that individual. It's not what he wants to really do. Make sense? That's the problem. You
I
can't have
no,
a man
I
force you to do what's right
understand.
because it doesn't mean that person really wants to do it. They're only doing it because they don't want to go be sent to jail. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you want the world to be more on a willing base, willing to actually do what's right than actually the government forcing us. You know what I mean? But the problem is that you have too many wicked men, and then now you need the government to come in.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. You're in like
it's like
you're
a
weird conundrum right now where
yeah,
like
exactly.
you don't want them to do something because they are, I
They put
believe,
more
a root of
mandates
the
and
they I think they
yeah.
are root of the problem.
It'd be more of a communist type substance, but yet
It's
you're
only going to
hoping,
negatively affect the good people.
yeah,
It's not going to change with the bad. It's
yeah,
like the gun
true.
laws.
Because the
The
bad one
gun
now,
laws stop bad
you're
people. It's
right.
just to stop good people. But like,
Yeah,
what? Like, I just damn, I don't know. Like, what do we do with the
yeah,
fucking crazy people, man? What do we do?
yeah. It's we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's honestly that's what it is. And back to what you just said. Um, if we sit around and do nothing while these secret organizations cause mayhem, no. I think we should go out and we could do one of two things. We verbally do more, just like Charlie Kirk did. We go out there, and even if it's just your job or going to the grocery store or going to get gas, if someone's saying something wrong or doing
Everybody,
something
it
wrong,
would take
tell them.
everybody. It would
It'll
take
take
everybody.
yeah,
But I think 95% of people are cowards nowadays,
yeah.
and they want that security blanket. And I
Well, we
think
can't. That's what I'm trying to say. We can't be cowards. We
no,
as
no, I
conservatives got to
agree.
get out there and be a man like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, because
Another thing is for Christians. If you're not a Chad, if you're not a Christian, you're a conservative. That's fine. You can still do what's right as a conservative, but as a Christian, you should go out there and preach the good word of Christ as well. But also, like when I want to tell you, there's one of two things. So it's that already speaking. The second one is what we don't want, and that's basically renourishing the tree of liberty, and that's renourishing the tree of liberty with the blood of not only tyrants but also the blood of patriots. that is something we don't want to get to, and that is
Do you
more.
think it's getting close?
But you understand what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
order for this country to get back on track the way it used to be,
It
like
would require a lot of
back
people
in
to
the
die.
40s and 50s, where things weren't, the evilness was way, way, way down. You know, where you could sleep at night with your doors unlocked. You understand what I'm saying? In order to get back to that time period when things were morally good, right? Now, I'm not saying it was perfect back then, but better, way better than what it is now. Unfortunately, you have to nourish the tree of liberty, and that's through civil war. You know what I mean? It's because it's just too many wicked
Do you
men
think
not
like,
wanting to turn from their ways, and it's not just when I say wicked men, not just the citizens, but also the men in high places like the power bees, the banking cartels, different high-end families. They're doing evil.
yeah,
They're helping doing evil, and citizens are also there's certain citizens also doing evil, and unfortunately, we may get to that point where another civil war starts for this to happen because it's just like what's going to be out, like you understand what I'm saying? We can only talk for so long as well.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
what do we
Yeah.
do? Like,
No, I agree. I agree.
I think that I really feel like that's the direction we're going.
Yeah. Now, of course, the second option is the least option that I would want to take because again, like
Well, because it
people will
requires a
die.
lot of
Yeah.
people to die. It
Yeah.
requires your
Civil
families to
war
be
is
broken apart.
Civil War is something that you really really hope that doesn't happen. It's just the I would say the best option of as of right now is going out there and speaking and doing what Charlie Kirk did and just waking up as much people because if you can wake up as much people as you can, not only just physically, mentally, but also spiritually, if you can wake them up and encourage them to become more conservative, right, and just do what's right, we wouldn't need to get to that second option because now you're building more of a population of conservatives that can counter the wickedness that's in high places. And if you can get more and more and more people, you'll shrink that, and you keep shrinking and keep shrinking until it's no more. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is, and
I mean,
that's my
that's
hope.
what it's
That's
definitely. I
everybody's
mean,
hope
that's
so
an
far.
ideal wishful thinking
Of
scenario
course,
for
yeah,
sure. I mean,
and it's possible. It's possible.
we'll
You know what
see,
I mean?
or we'll see. But I think in 2 weeks, people are just gonna go back to watching fucking porn and
Well, yeah,
stupid shit on the
yeah,
internet. We're gonna be distracted. Oh,
yeah.
Stranger Things season 45 is out.
Playing Battlefield 6.
I'll be playing Battlefield 6, freaking distracted as mofo. Hey,
I'll be right there with you.
but I have to, man.
Yeah.
You distract yourself a little bit, dude.
Yeah, no.
Like you can't just sit there stern like I'm so god dang awake right now. Nothing's
Well-
putting me to sleep. You're just staring at the
What
wall.
I mean is that we can go out there and
Yeah.
do what Charlie Kirk did.
Yeah.
Go to these colleges, try to wake people
I would
up.
get so blasted because I'm
Yeah.
white. I'd be so dead.
Well, you
People
understand what I'm
hate
saying.
me.
But that's the only way we change.
No, 100%.
I'll be right there with you.
No, I
so you're
know.
good. I'll be backing you
They
up.
might be like, I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Yeah.
He's black, but he's talking to me like he isn't. So I
Yeah,
don't
we
know
can
what's
even have a
going on.
sign up. The do what's right, the yin and yang.
Yeah.
The white and black, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, you want to go ahead and end the stream? I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we touched on everything.
Yeah.
We'll
We
have
touched on a lot. That was good.
we'll have another one next weekend. If you watched, thank you for stopping by. And if you didn't like it,
Yeah.
blame it on the
Blame
group
it on the group chat.
chat.